Welcome to Superior Heights Field here in Sault Ste Marie, Ontario for varsity action here between the Sudbury Spartans and the Sault Sabercats. My name's Tony Bonifero, joined alongside Scott McPherson, Jay and Shaw Houselander in studio, and Chris Carr on a chair.
Game number 2 on tap.
Scott, we just witnessed an outstanding JV game. You know, hopefully this game can kind of match it, but what are your thoughts about this game going into it?
Well, you did miss a great game in the first roundup with the JV Spartans versus Sabercats. Today we're looking at a little bit of revenge for the Sabercats as the Spartans beat them a couple weeks ago in an exhibition opener, 28-27. We got a few weapons back today and a few injuries returning, or people that had injuries returning, so we're going to bolster our Sabercats lineup. So hopefully we can come up with something special today against the Sudbury Spartans.
We got 12 minutes on the clock.
Ready to start the game. Bumbaco back to receive.
Braden Biggs with the kickoff.
And the kick. It's taken by number 4, Goche. And Goche takes it along the left side, and he's taken out of bounds.
He gets out to about the 35-yard line.
Nice tackle there by number 20, or the 22.
Trent LaFerrier on the tackle for the Spartans.
First and 10 Sabercats from the 35.
If we mispronounce any names from Sudbury, we do apologize. Please correct us in the chat, and we'll do a better job going forward. So with the Sault Sabercats starting at quarterback number 8, Matty Tucker.
They got a single
Matty
back.
Tucker.
Single back.
At quarterback.
Yep. And there's a handoff to Bumbaco. Bumbaco to the left side, makes a couple guys miss, cuts it upfield, and he's taken down by number 77, Alexander Sawchuk. Daniel Bumbaco, who is going to St. Clair College in the fall to play some football. He's definitely been turning heads at camp from what I've heard.
Great little run there, good speed. You see him get the ball a lot of touches for Bumbaco today.
Tucker takes the snap. He hands it off. Up the middle it goes to number
28, I think, Provenzano on the carry.
Ronan Provenzano. Outstanding block there by, I believe, the center or the guard, number 58, Owen Tricarton.
That's a few good hard yards, 3rd and 1.
Here's Tucker, 3rd and short. They look. And it's picked off. What a play by Provenzano as he grabs the snap, falls forward, goes for 8 yards, and picks up the first down. 1st and 10 Sabercats.
Matty Tucker, how'd you believe that that's a design play, slipping through his hands straight to the mitts of waiting Provenzano. Good alert play to pull the ball in and grab 1+ for the first down, moving it out to the 52-yard line of Sault Sabercats.
Tucker lines up in the shotgun. Scaglione lined up to his right, trips left. He's back. He puts it out into the flats to Provenzano, and he's wrapped up beautifully by number 49.
Number 48.
Or sorry, 48.
Michael
McEachran with a beautiful stop.
Nice play designed, 48 McEachran in there to make step up and make the play. So
loss of 5 yards,
bring it up 2nd and 15 for the Cats.
Sabercats line up with quads right. Provenzano lined up to the left of Tucker at the running back spot. And Nate Carter with single coverage on the left side, top of the screen. If you're going to run single coverage on Nate Carter, I would expect them to go that direction quite a bit here today, as Tucker now has it. Tucker takes the snap, and he looks that way. And he fires downfield to Carter, and it's just out of his reach. What a beautiful throw by Tucker. And we saw that, right? You're going to have single coverage on Carter, and Carter had all the space behind him. You know, he beat his corner, and that should have been gone.
Yeah, ball a little thrown on his back shoulder, but certainly a catchable ball. Great ball put up by Tucker. Again, Carter missed the first game, the exhibition game earlier, due to playing in that game in Ottawa, the Prospects game. So he's back tonight. He should be a go-to for the Cats.
Daniel Bumbaco to punt.
How did he do in that game? I didn't even. I meant to check. Oh, nice bounce there. And
Low
it's
snap,
taken.
big
That's a
Sabercat
good
bounce.
decision. That should be a no flags or no yards flag. Did you
Do
see
have
how
a flag
Carter
on
did
the
it that
play.
game?
I read
54, Chris
an
Dora.
article on Sault
Eventually
today that
falls on the
said
ball. We do have a
he
flag
loved the
down.
experience. It was an eye-opener. He went down there. He wasn't involved too much in the offense.
Yeah.
But he said he learned a lot. He went on and got to learn a lot of things about the game at the next level. And he says he's going to incorporate that into his game.
Good.
I think he might have one ball thrown to him and caught for short yardage, but he said the experience
is worth it.
was
Yeah.
an eye-opener for
No
sure.
question.
Yeah.
So with 9:12 to play,
Against Sabercats,
the
it'll be 1st and 10.
Spartans will take over first down and
For the
10 from their own 31-yard line.
Did we get the no yards call there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Steven Sola in at quarterback here for the Spartans. Sola with a little flare pass outside to number 15. Nice play by Braden Beggs. And great tackle
Hits
by number
13,
13,
Brayden Beggs.
Blair Boudreau.
Blair
on the
Boudreau.
tackle. Nice job as the receiver did a nice job straight
Nice
arming
tackle by
Boudreau.
Blair Boudreau.
Boudreau fought through it and was able to make the tackle. So a gain of 4 on the play brings up
Sets up
second
and
and 6.
looks like 6.
This is a big offensive line here by the Spartans. Steelers running a 3-man D line, it looks like. Sola lines up in the shotgun. Sola sends Beggs out, empty backfield. He looks, makes a couple guys miss, and he's finally wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. And there's a sack on the play
Number 3, Steven Sola.
by number 99, Grant
Ball
Matheson.
Sabercats. That sets up 3rd and
Matheson, a
long
monster of a
for the
kid.
Spartans.
An animal in the middle there playing
Looks like the
nose
punt
on
team's
that
coming
play.
out. Daniel Bambaco
Was able
back
to
to
screen
receive the punt.
loose. 93.
For your
Nick Carter
Sabercats.
making trouble for the quarterback, forcing him back to Matheson. Matheson coming up with a big stop. So
Yeah,
bring up 3rd and 10.
This Sabercats team has talent up and down the lineup. Looks like number 32 back to kick. Matthew Korzenki.
Matthew Korzenecki, number
Korzenecki.
32 to kick.
And Korzenecki, with a beautiful boot. It takes the Spartans bounce, and now
Takes a
Bambaco
Spartan
has
bounce.
it, but he has a lot of room, and that's dangerous. Bambaco makes a couple guys miss. Makes another one miss. Like we said, that's dangerous. And Daniel Bambaco is gone. You can send him to the house,
Bambaco
and that'll be a
takes it
touchdown
Takes it all
for the
back.
Cats.
Down Sabercats.
That is what a 70-yard return. Just like we said, that's dangerous when you give him that much space. And Daniel Bambaco takes it to the house.
Mental note, you might want to wrap him back. He's elusive. He can get away, and if you give him an inch, he'll take it for a mile. Great play by number 1 to take that all the way back. And it didn't look promising when the first bounce.
No, and that's just like we said, right? You have to make your blocks, and you have to be able to tackle and wrap up. And Bambaco made a guy miss, and he went all the way. And Bambaco just hit the sidelines over there, and he just dropped to this when he got to the sidelines. So, well, hopefully that's nothing too serious as they line up to attempt the extra point. There's going to be a flag on the play. Number 80, Ty Koski, who has an absolute cannon of a leg in his own right.
Ty Koski with the kick, and it's good.
We'll see what the flag is.
Nice to see them executing those little things like extra points early, finding their groove without having to work through these problems. So Koski good with the extra point. Brings it to 7-0 after the big scamper from Bambaco. So your Cats on the board doing exactly what they had game planned. And Sudbury to answer next. Did you say that Bambaco took a knee at
No,
sideline,
when Bambaco got to the sidelines, he collapsed. He just went right down. He was tended to by the staff, and he was able to finally get up and make his way over to the bench. So that might have just been some exhaustion, to be honest, after that big
a
run.
long way to go.
Yeah.
If I'm going to go that far, I'm calling for an Uber.
That's right. So with 8:06 to play here in the first quarter, the Sault Sabercats jump out to a 7-0 lead over the Spartans on a 70-yard punt return by Bambaco. Go ahead.
Sudbury in its own right has a pretty good return game. Jordan Wilmot looks like he's back to receive. The other deep back is Steven Sola, I think, number 2 or number 3.
I think that's number 2. So that'd be Liam Conlon, yeah.
Yeah, so again, we'll wait to see how this turns out on that kick to Bumbaco. It's almost sometimes detrimental when you have a kicker with such a big leg. He outkicks his coverage, and all Bumbaco needed was a little seam there and found it, and a couple missed tackles, and obviously you see what the end result is.
And there's a short kick to the left, and it bounces, and it's going to take a friendly bounce, and the Sabercats recover it as the Spartans player just kind of watched the ball drop. Scott, if you've watched the Sault Sabercats play, you would think that you would know they're going to do a short kick almost every time, right? And that's just coaching, I think, in that aspect by the Spartans.
And we talked about it in the junior game, how surprised I was how often they do the onside kick, and you have to coach that to the kids. And you know what? They're blocking guys. They're not receiving guys, so they may not even be aware of that nuance where you have to get on the ball. As soon as it travels 10 yards, it's free game, right? So.
But you would also think, right, the Sabercats do have Bumbaco, right, who's one of the best kickers out there, but again, he got hurt there, so you kind of had to suspect something was going to happen like that, and Provenzano runs hard up the middle. He picks up 6 yards. We'll call it second down and 3.
Spartans.
And your go-to play is, like you said, Bumbaco. But if you've watched any game film, you know that the Sabercats love that onside kick. They tried it several times in their game 2 weeks ago with the Spartans. So a little miss there by Sudbury. They'll be back on offense soon.
The pass to Carter was incomplete, so that'll be third down and 5.
I think Carter wants that one back. That was a little bit of a circus catch, but one he's certainly capable of. So looks like 3 and out here. This fast up-tempo game is fun to watch, certainly. We're only 5 minutes into the game and already a couple different possessions. So again, 7-0 after an early score by Bumbaco. Sabercats with the ball again from the Sudbury 39-yard line. See them mix them up with a good dose of running and passing. Some great weapons are here on this Sabercats team, so let's see what they can.
Looks like there was a timeout called by the Sabercats. It looks like
called a timeout.
Again, I think Carter, I would assume, would be their backup punter. So we'll see. It looks like Bumbaco just jumped up from the sidelines, and he might be coming back. I think he's okay. And he is, yeah.
And that's timeout to me wasted. I mean,
for sure.
Carter's a good soccer player. He's a great leg. He's served in backup capacity there. Obviously, Bumbaco was your go-to guy, but ate a timeout there. We'll see if that plays a factor in the game later.
I think it'll be a good move if Bumbaco can get this rouge here for them, right? We know Bumbaco can kick the ball 40 yards through the end zone, no problem at all, right, if he gets a good boot. So it looks like they are going to keep Carter, and they're not even going to let Bumbaco kick. So, again, to your point now, it's a little bit of a question mark, but we'll see what happens here.
Any chance to do a little Razmanaz?
Yeah.
I don't think so this early in the game, up 7, but stranger things have happened.
Yeah, and, third down and 5, it's manageable, so we'll see. And this Sabercats defense is scary, right? So I like the idea of a punt and kick them and pin them deep. And Carter with a perfect kick. Absolutely perfect kick inside the 5-yard line.
Flag on the play.
Nice kick off to the corner.
If that flag goes against the Sabercats, that's going to be tough.
Sure is. Ball went out of bounds at the 3-yard line, which would make it a long field for the Sudbury Spartans to march, especially the way this.
So it's a rough play against the Spartans. So that'll be half the distance to the goal, Scott, and that'll be 1st and 10 from inside your own 5-yard line, likely inside your own 2-yard line.
And the jump with this 3-man front, blitzing some backers, maybe we can pull down a quarterback in the end zone. Number 3 for Steven Sola for the Spartans is pretty elusive, though. He's done it a couple times last game they played 2 weeks ago. He was in the air and with his feet. He's got some excellent weapons there, and he himself is a weapon when he carries the ball. And he's able to roll out and throw
So
on
that's
the run.
going against Sudbury.
So you saw this last
And that's
game
a
between
big
these two
way back.
teams where the Spartans came out victorious. Just talk a little bit about that game and kind of what happened, which led to the victory.
Well, seesaw battle back and forth. There's early leads by the Sabercats. Jaden Trudeau had run back a kickoff on the opening kickoff, I believe, and scored a touchdown, or at least the first drive that they marched. Second half, Sabercats did it again. The kickoff return for a touchdown. So again, that part of their game is solid and locked in. Spartans just maybe used a balanced approach, using both the run and the pass, and just eked out a victory. We had a chance to take two to win the game at the end, and we missed the 2-point conversion. So 28-27 loss. It was an exhibition game.
Handoff good for a
Head
couple
coach
yards,
Matt
looks
Primo
like.
decided just to go for it, being that it was exhibition and a good learning experience. So they went back to the drawing board, watched a lot of game film, know a lot of the tendencies for the Spartans, and are hoping to polish it up a little bit and come out with a W this time.
And they're missing a couple kids this week too. The Ethan Carbone, 2 receivers that the Cats are missing, and Jaden Trudeau. So it'll be second down after a no gain on the play.
Second down.
Sola takes it. There is a flag on the play. It'll be a false start against the offense, so that'll push them back another couple inches anyway.
And the aforementioned Jaden Trudeau, as well as Nick Vecchio and others, are off to the track and field NASA championship. So that's why they're out of the lineup today. But we wish them well as they pursue their track championships this weekend. What was the call for that on?
False start on the offense.
Okay. So that'll bring them back to the 3-inch line.
Yeah, that's what I said. Bring them back a couple more inches. So it'll be second down and 11 from their own 2-inch line. There's the snap. And he has to avoid a couple tackles. And he throws an interception right into the hands of Seamus Parlow.
QB tries to.
Of course, Parlow tries to get up and run it in for the 6, but number 6 ends up with an interception about the 2 or 3 yard line after good pressure from the defense. Quarterback unloads it, tries to avoid the safety, ends up throwing it into.
Yeah, not a good decision there by Sola as he decided to try and, throw the ball away. And even if that was incomplete, that would have been intentional grounding, which in turn led to a safety, because you can't do that from the end zone anyway, right? So, great play there. Seamus Parlow was ready for it and was able to pick it off. And now a massive opportunity here for the Sabercats. And there's a handoff up the middle to Provenzano. Provenzano follows his line, and he's in for the score. What a job by the offensive line of the Sault Sabercats. With 6:45 to play here in the first quarter, they jump out to a 13-0 lead.
And with a big push from the offensive line, I might have even been able to carry that one in. It was a great front push, and easy for Provenzano to score from the 3. Going back to Seamus Parlow, he missed last game, another one that was in camp at the St. Clair College with Bambaco. So Seamus Fife heading off in September to St. Clair in Windsor. So
yeah, it's a nice little program they have down in St. Clair, right? That league down there in Southern Ontario where they're playing in, and lots of exposure for kids, and it's a huge opportunity, right? St. Clair's connected with a lot of different schools, so again, good opportunity if you can't go university route right off the bat out of high school. There are other options and other there's alternate means out there, and that's a couple of them. So good for them. We would just like to take a quick moment to thank our touchdown sponsor, Mama Cass's Cheesecakes. At Mama Cass Cheesecake, we strive to bring you the very best cheesecakes using only the freshest ingredients. We specialize in New York-style baked cheesecakes. We also make keto, gluten-friendly, and lactose-free, so you never have to miss out on a dessert. Dinners, parties, weddings, big or small, we'll cheesecake them all. Find them on Facebook at www.facebook.com/MamaCassCheesecakes. I heard a rumor we might get to try one of those at some point coming up, and my mouth is still, every time I just say Mama Cass's Cheesecake, my mouth starts to water. So I hope we get a sample at some point. That'd be nice.
will cheesecake them all.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the Sabercats will be kicking off here to the Spartans. Back to kick for the Cats is number, I forget who kicked the first time. Do you?
Was it Ty Koski?
Oh, yeah, that is Koski. Koski with another nice boot. And it's picked up at the 15 by Conlon. You wonder if that would have went out of bounds. You know, if Conlon didn't pick that up, that might have gone out of bounds. But
by number 2, Liam Conlon.
Landon Takarton on the tackle, number 25.
For the Spartans.
Great shoestring tackle to prevent the run back from Conlon. So.
First and 10 for the Spartans from their own 20-yard line.
If you're just joining us, 6:20 to go in the first quarter. Your hometown Sault Sabercats are up 14-0 against the Sudbury Spartans. Sudbury with their ball on their 20 to start their drive.
First down and 10 for the Spartans.
Pretty impressive start for the Sault Sabercats offense so far. Let's see if they can keep the pressure on, have defense turn over a big ball. 85 Mitchell Commissar in that defensive line. Let's see what he can do, playing the front three.
And there's a run up the middle, and again, just swallowed up by the defensive line, led by number 93, Nick Carter.
Number 20 on the carry, Owen McDonald for the Spartans. Not much of a gain there, loss of 2, looks like. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Looks like number 25, Nathan Droulet on the carry. Loss of 3, nice defensive play by number 93, Nick Carter.
Nick Carter in on the stop there.
So with 5:19 to play, the Spartans, 2nd down and 13. Sola takes it. He looks to pass. He's got a wide open receiver to the outside, and he missed him. Oh, my goodness. Number 7, Carson. Carson Hoosgee was wide open there, and he ended up looking for number 14, Jordan Wilmot. And the pass was incomplete. That's something they're going to come back to, definitely, I would think, Scott, once they take a look at that, is there was no coverage on the outside.
And again, Seamus Parlow got tangled up there in coverage, had 2 guys. But again, there's 2 Spartan receivers within 3 feet of each other. Just speaks to me as a broken route. But
so we got 3rd down and 12.
That's correct. 3rd and 12, they look like they're back to punt.
Kornzanecki back to punt.
Had a big kick the first one.
Who's that? Is that Nate Carter returning? I assume Bambaco is still on the sidelines. And what a boot that is.
Special.
And Carter.
Nice boot fielded by.
You know, I like that. I like that by Carter. He wisely tries to grab it in the air, but unable to do so, and it's all good.
Steps out of bounds at the 54 of the
Spartans. So with 4:56 to play in the first quarter, the Sabercats already with a 14-0 lead here over the Spartans.
That is a heads-up play by Carter. Most receivers will want to take that and make something dance and make it happen out of that. And he was out of time, out of luck, and out of bounds, and great choice to do so.
Sabercats get the play in. Tucker lines up in the shotgun. Trips right. Handoff up the middle. Provenzano with another hard run. And Provenzano scampers for 10 yards, falls forward. He's going to be awfully close to that first down.
Noel Archer in on the tackle.
We mentioned Matheson earlier, and here's another big lineman, Noah DeValentin, number 90, getting out in second phase, making the big blocks. Another great player for the St. Mary's Knights during the high school year, and great athlete, great kid, great in the books, and great to see him doing well.
Provenzano with another nice run up the middle. He's eaten up by number 66.
He's met by
enough to make the sticks move, though, so that's his goal. Goal was met. Number 28 running hard, as he always does. Saw his grandpa and grandma, Jerry and Kay here in the stands screaming loud. Keep up the great work.
That was, I'm going to try this last name, Michael Mishibini Jamka. So nice play by him inside there. I'm sure I mispronounced that, so if I did, I apologize.
Either of
Yeah.
yeah, and Go ahead.
No, well, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was just mentioning it, and it seems that they have their running game going with Provenzano hitting the holes hard and getting some downfield blocks and making things happen. Looking forward to seeing Caleb Thibodeau.
Back them up 5 yards.
A little different runner than Provenzano. Provenzano more of a slasher. Thibodeau straight ahead. He's going to knock you down and fall forward. But don't fall asleep on the running game, because the passing game for the Sabercats also very, very dangerous.
Tucker takes it. He looks. He's going to pass. He's got all day. Nice movement over to Carter. And Nate Carter up the sidelines. And Carter goes out of bounds.
Number 18, Colby McLean.
That's enough for a first down there. Great catch by Carter. Way to use his hands. Enough for the first down.
And again, a great catch. Turn upfield quickly. Got enough for the first down and a few more. Thank you very much to Mama Cass Cheesecakes, who just delivered. Be sure to support our sponsors. Thank you for the sweet treats.
Here's Tucker back inside to Provenzano, and Provenzano has all sorts of room on the left side. What a block on the outside by number 16, Ray Ramil. Terrific block by Ramil.
Another good hard run by
You know what's crazy about Provenzano, right, is I think about Provenzano, and I knew him from his Sault Minor days, where he was one of the best linemen in the league. And, he was a dominant defensive lineman. And now, over his career, he's kind of reshaped his body, kind of like Ethan Sorreo has in the junior varsity division. And now he's playing running back.
And an absolute monster in the gym, and very dedicated to it, and he takes his sports very seriously. So big credit to him for all the hard work.
And there's Caleb Thibodeau, and he's met inside by number 32. Nice stop inside by Korzeniecki, again.
And again, the impact of 29 running the ball, if you give it to him 20 times, is not in the first quarter, but in the fourth, after he's worn you down. And
in on the tackle.
You ease up to make the tackle, because he's just pounded you all day. So, again, let's see them use both sides of that two-headed monster in the backfield there.
Tucker rolls to his right. He looks. He's got receivers all over the place. He hits him, and I think he was out of bounds there. Yeah, he was out of bounds. No, that's the right call. Referee Donnie Chow was there. It looked like he definitely had his foot out of bounds.
Looked like the right call, but...
yeah, you could kind of see it from up here. When he made contact with the ball, it absolutely looked like his foot was out.
Let's go to the replay. We got a coach's challenge.
Mm-hmm. We can ask Jay Houselander in studio what he thinks about that. If we do have a cameraman right there, and it was no touchdown. His foot was out of bounds.
Flag on the play, though, I see at far end.
There is a flag on the play, and I hate to make assumptions as to what it is, so I'm not going to, but I would bet that would be.
Hopefully they pick it up if it had no bearing on the play, but.
Catch was made out of bounds.
Yeah. Oh. Yes, unsportsmanlike against the Sabercats. I could have guessed that one. Yeah, I saw what happened. A couple players walked by the official, I think, and voiced their displeasure about what happened, and then a flag slowly came out. So,
and you know what? Those are those things we talk about. That discipline we talked about in the earlier game with the penalty yards keep playing a role. So hopefully they can get back to playing their game and stay on top on this one.
Yeah, because that's huge, right? That's a big flag right there. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty when you're down, second down, and only 7 from inside the 20, and now it's going to be second down and
okay, so we got objectionable conduct
16, we'll call it, or third down, and 16.
And you know what, that takes you out from field goal range, and I don't think we're going to hit that. The Rouge might even be in question unless you get a perfect punt. So, like I said, in the junior varsity game, a point or two here and there might be the difference in the game come late fourth quarter. So untimely penalties and undisciplined penalties are certainly what we need to fix on the Sabercat side.
Yeah, the officials are actually going over to talk to the bench of the Sabercats. So, wonder what that call could be on an objectionable conduct. They didn't say there was. They didn't say anyone was kicked out, I believe.
No, I didn't see an ejection.
So the Sabercats line up for a field goal attempt. They do have an outstanding kicker in Ty Koski. I mean, we've seen Koski knock down field goals from all over the place.
Koski to attempt.
And maybe they
goal.
think up 14 that even if he misses wide right or left or short, might roll into the
29-yard field.
into the end zone and pin him deep or score a point.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate, but there's again a player being spoken to on the Sabercats sideline. It'll be interesting to see if said player comes out again today. So here comes the field goal attempt for the Sabercats. Looks like it'll be a 30-yard attempt. The snap's good, holds good, and the kick is money.
And good.
But there is a flag on the play, so let's see what that is.
You mentioned how dependable Koski is, and that looked like it would have been good from almost 40. So, again, nice boot. Let's hope we don't have to do it again from 35 out. But
no one's running off the field, so I would assume that this might be another attempt. But, you know, it's one of those things now where instead of a field goal, maybe you're trying to kick the, punt for the Rouge, right? I haven't seen Bambako back in the game yet either. I'm not sure if you noticed him at all on that offensive.
I've been looking for him on the sidelines, and he's over far left with the training staff.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It doesn't look like he'll be back anytime soon. But looks like they ruled on it. Looks like they're going to punt.
So it is false start on the offense.
Sabercats.
Second play in a row.
Yeah.
Shooting themselves in the foot. But
so that'll be a 5-yard penalty. I like this decision by Coach Primo a lot. I love the idea of punting here and hoping to get the one, getting the solo. So Nate Carter is back out there to kick. So.
And the other side of the coin was you let Koski try from 36 and see what he can do.
Exactly,
Build his confidence. You're up 14. 3 is better than 1.
That's right.
But again, you're hedging your bets here, and like I said, it might be a 1-point game at the end of the fourth. So
I'm a huge fan of the Rouges when you can take them. I mean, it's in this type of Canadian football here.
Yep.
Those are huge, and that's a great kick. He's gonna pin them. Oh, and that went off the I believe that went off the
Spartan
helmet
player.
of the Spartans.
Player before it goes into the.
So that'll be a no. I'm not sure why the flag was thrown if it went off of a player.
Should be a live ball, correct?
But you might have a 5-yard penalty from where it hit the kid in the head. So where the ball hit the kid in the head, there was a Sabercats player within 5 yards, unfortunately. So listen, I love the no yards rule for what it's intended to do. But there are a lot of, there's a lot of things that happen, unintended consequences of having that rule, right? You play football, you got a kid that plays too. You're running down the field, you're blocking, and then the ball hits you in the back of the head. But that shouldn't be a no yards penalty. Like, how do they? It's tough, right? But
and if you're playing with a round ball, it would bounce in a traditional way because it's oblong. It takes some weird, wacky stuff. So
either way, it's a 15-yard penalty against the Spartans. So.
Looks like Bambako is jogging through the end zone back to the dressing room, so maybe he's going to get some liquids and try to be back for the second half. Looks to be walking okay, so maybe
20.
Something.
Yeah, he keeps grabbing his stomach or whatever, and I don't know. Like, he was kind of doing that over on the sidelines when he went off. He grabbed his chest, so I wonder if when he first because he got popped hard on that punt, and he was able to break the tackle, and you wonder if something happened.
We'll try and listen.
He is smiling. We'll see what.
He's smiling because he's the MVP candidate so far.
Yeah, exactly.
With the big return there for the touchdown.
Again, nice defensive play by the Sabercats. They are not giving up any room at all. As number 2, Brandon Vecchio comes up and makes the stop.
Number 2, Vecchio.
And they were running the four-man front in the last game for the majority of the time, and they look to be going with a 3-man system here, and it seems to be paying off because
under a minute left in the
last week
quarter.
They struggled a little bit getting off the ball and getting into the backfield. They're seemingly having no trouble on that this afternoon. So we'll see how, as we approach the end of the first quarter, 44 seconds to go, whether they're able to close this quarter out with a big stop here. So 2nd and 8.
Big opportunity here for the Spartans to try and regain some momentum. There is a flag on the play. Sola rolls to his right, fires up, and what a catch! Unbelievable snag by number 85, I believe, Jaden Delaney, right over top of Juma. I mean, what better? I mean, Kieran Juma had unbelievable coverage on the play. That's what you call catching the ball with your hands, though. My goodness, what a play by Delaney.
Juma in perfect position to intercept or at least knock down that ball, and Delaney able to pull it in. Free play on a play because I think we were called for offside, but they haul it in, bring it down for a first down, and inconsequential. But Juma with a great coverage and still even better play by Delaney to haul it in for a first down. They'll take first and 10 from the 54 of the Sabercats.
First down.
20 seconds to go in the first quarter.
54-yard line.
Spartan Sola lines up in the shotgun. Two receivers to his left, two running backs to his left. And there's a bad snap, but Sola grabs it, and he's wrapped up by one arm by number 33, Ethan Aruda, and he just swallows him up, and what a play by Aruda.
Gets the sack.
That'll be the last play, I believe, of the first quarter.
Great job getting those fingertips on that jersey, and he got another 2 yards stretching over his jersey, but brought him down, able to stay with the tackle, and got some help from friends. But nice play by Aruda to make the stop.
Sorry, there's going to be one more play in the quarter because the player was down before the clock stopped. So here's Sola, lines up in shotgun, second down and 15. Two receivers to his left, three receivers to his right, empty backfield. There's the snap. He's back to throw. He's got all sorts of pressure. He airs it out. Player comes back, and what a stop there by number 35 again. Kieran Juma makes up for the last one, and Juma was in perfect position, and he makes the stop as the pass was intended.
Carson Hugie with the...
For Hugie, yeah.
Little hand fighting there. Might be looking for a call by the Spartans coaching, but...
Oh, I don't think that was... I thought that was a good coverage, you know.
Certainly stayed with the play. And
well, we have quarter time here, and we have a couple of Mama Cass's cheesecakes staring at us, and I don't know how much longer I can do this without eating one of these, so which one do you want?
You help yourself, Coach.
No. Come on, you have to try one. You need a bite.
No. Too many choices in life.
Oh, I know. All right, I'll bite first. I think this is I don't even know which one this is, but
it's fantastic.
It looks amazing.
I'll take the gluten-free.
Mm-hmm.
And what do they say? Big or small, cheesecake them all.
Oh my goodness. Well, if I go silent all of a sudden, it's because I'm eating cheesecake. So good thing there's two of us up here.
So after that play, it looks like.
Yeah, what's going on here? We got a football game going on? Well, all right, yeah.
Moving the sticks.
Yeah, they're just resetting. So it'll be third down and 16. Yep. Looks like the Spartans are going to punt here.
Spartans to punt.
They do have a player onside. Good snap. Oh, nice kick again. That was almost blocked. Nice Carter's kick. Back for it. Carter drops it, picks it back up, and look out. Here we go again. Nate Carter now makes some players miss. And nice job by number 14, Jordan Wilmot. He's able to wrap him up and make the stop.
Jordan Wilmot, number 14.
So with 11:30 to play in the second quarter, the Sault Sabercats will take over first down and 10 from their own 40-yard line.
Nate Carter making a few yards after a bobble in the kick, but taking it out to the 40, and that's where the Sabercats will start their drive. So Sabercats in command right now, but Sudbury Spartans coach leading their offense over to have a little chalk talk and maybe regroup and reassess what their game plan is here. So
Matty Tucker takes it, fakes the handoff. Tucker looks, he stands in the pocket. He had it all day. Nice work by Tucker.
Tucker looking.
You know, that's one of those plays. Tucker stood up in the pocket a little bit more, was able to kind of jump up. He would have had a play, but Great footwork, though, by Tucker right at the quarterback position.
Yeah, he's really increased his mobility. He's,
has he ever? Oh, my goodness.
Been working in the gym and his footwork, and of course his dad, Matty Tucker Sr., showing him the ropes.
I remember Matty from Sault Minor football, and footwork was what he was really struggling with back in the day. And to see how far he's come, my goodness, he has progressed so much, and he's one of my favorite players to watch out here. I absolutely love him. He's a great kid too.
Tucker rolls.
And nice play there.
Carter, it's dropped incomplete.
Great block down behind the play by offensive lineman Marcus Palumbo of the Sabercats. So 3rd down and 10.
And again, that ball was a little underthrown to Carter, but Carter's trying to find himself a little bit.
Yeah,
he's usually pretty dependable at that rate. So we'll expect him to turn it around as we roll on here.
You're gonna have to tell me how that one is. I wanted to ask her what kind that was. We got this this wonderful looking pink cheesecake up here that. No, we can't COVID.
And I don't share my cheesecake.
Yeah. And here comes the Sabercats to kick. What a boot that was by Carter. And that's going to go just out of bounds on the 39-yard line of the Sabercats. So the Spartans will take over 1st down and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Wind's picking up a little bit here too, right? They've been loosely calling for rain on and off today, and it's we've been fortunate that it's stayed away so far. It's been an absolutely perfect day for football up here. There was some concern with the wildfires about the air quality up here in the Soo, and we've been living in a haze up here, it seems, for the last week or so. But today, driving to the field, the haze wasn't as bad as we've seen over the last couple weeks. So, nice to see that it's not too bad for the kids up here, and we're seeing some great football today as well.
Sola at quarterback.
1st and 10 for the 42.
Sola takes the handoff, rolls to his left, and Sola decides to tuck it and run. And Sola gets absolutely crushed by Nick Carter.
Nick Carter on the tackle.
My goodness.
After a very short game.
Not having it.
Nick Carter is an absolute stud of a football player. I love watching him play. Nick and Nate are brothers, obviously. So, outstanding job again by Carter. Carter's lined up at the D tackle position, and he's running down the quarterback for a gain of 1 on the play. Outstanding job by him. Sola now takes it. Sola looks. He looks right. And Sola with a beautiful ball on the flag route on the corner, and he just misses Sagal. And Sola throws a nice ball, eh?
He does, and long. Out through that receiver a little bit, but Parlow there on coverage. Going back to the previous play, everybody on the left side of the Sabercats defense bit. Carter managed to stay home and made the tackle, stringing it out to his left or to his right. Everybody expecting Liam Conlon to get the handoff inside, and obviously Carter wasn't having any of it. So great job to stay home and get the job done there. 9:33 to go. Looks like 3rd and 9. Spartans back to punt.
All right, thanks. I finished my cheesecake now, so I'm back. One of the perks of the job. Spartans back to punt. Just a little pooch kick to the right. We do have an onside player here. And Carter wisely just falls on the ball. That's the one thing about Nate Carter, right? He is a very smart football player in terms of the game, right? And he understands situations and understands when to try and make a play or when just to fall on the ball. That's one thing I've noticed about him over the years, and really impressed by his sense of the game.
Yeah, obviously back there, number 14, Jordan Wilmot for the Spartans was onside, meaning behind the punter, and it means he's eligible to jump on the ball. Carter, sensing no return was available, just decides to eat it and have him start from the 42.
Tucker takes the handoff, He takes the snap. He rolls. Tucker has some players open and goes to Bambako.
Oh.
And Bambako!
He goes
My
up for the catch.
goodness!
Just out and out of his hands.
Great coverage by number 22, Trent Lafayette.
Trent Lafreniere.
But that's the confidence, though, that they
With
have
the,
in Bambako, right? Is
defense.
because, again,
Great
he had an
defensive play.
open receiver. He had Carter open for 8-9 yards, but instead he decided to throw to triple coverage, and Bambako still had his hands on it, right? So,
saying there's a chance, but great play. Fake the run, and then Tucker rolls out, throws a little off the back shoulder, but giving himself a chance, giving his receiver a chance to catch the ball. Nice play.
2nd down and 10. Tucker now rolls to his right, and Tucker has some players. Caleb Thibodeau with a nice run, and he gets the first down. I saw that too. I don't know who that was breaking up the field, but that's one of those plays where I think Tucker definitely made the right decision, picking up the first down there. He did have a receiver.
Matt Malcolm, 19.
That was Malcolm,
down deep, another 10 yards ahead, but great elect by Tucker to throw.
Handoff up the middle to Thibodeau, and Thibodeau just barrels his way for 6 yards.
48, Michael McKernan.
Fun to watch
Good for a few yards.
as his dad, Chris, is just laughing in the stands. Watching rolling over and pancake.
If only Caleb Thibodeau could pick hockey pools like he played football, I tell you. I'm in a hockey pool with him and his dad every year, so.
Consider it free money.
Yeah, well, his first pick this year, I think, was Matthew Tkachuk and made us all look bad. So
2nd and about 5 after the run.
Here comes Tucker again. He's back. And Tucker airs it out to Carter. And it's caught! What an adjustment by Carter.
Goes to Nick Carter. He comes back.
And there's a tackle on the play by Quentin Harris.
Tackle by number 8, Quentin Harris.
Ball will let him throw. Harris wasn't able to recognize it. Had to come back to the ball, as did Carter. Carter ends up with a completion for about 35 yards.
So there's been a lot of talk about this now, especially at the NFL level, about how when you see single coverage on the outside and your quarterback's rolling out to one side of the field, you're seeing quarterbacks intentionally throw the ball short now because it's easier for his guy to make a play on the ball. I'm not saying that was intentional by any means, but that was a prime example of why it's an advantage, right? Because the defender is going to continue going. So it worked out extremely well, and anytime you see single coverage on Nate Carter, it's a good decision. That was awfully close to hitting the ground, I thought, that pass from us. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, in real time, it's a decision by the referee to rule it incomplete or a completion. In this case, they said he had it, grabbed it from the fingertips. And
well, yeah, I always think it's funny that I'll sit up here sometimes thinking we have a better view than the officials, right? The guys that are right on the field. So.
And if you looked at the font on my phone, you'd realize I'm not cut out to be a referee. So
yeah.
I'll let the experts do their thing.
Here's Tucker with it. Tucker with another handoff up the middle.
Cut.
Great cut on the play. Provenzano goes down inside the 5-yard line.
Gets a first down and then some down inside the 5-yard line.
That was a stop by number 23, Peter Guerrera, who's listed as a center on this. But
in on the stop for Sudbury.
I doubt that's the case.
We do have an injured player on the field. Does set up 1st and goal for your Sabercats.
66, Michael Mendenjavik-Kaba is down.
Is he? Yeah. Oh, he's had a.
We'll need some medical attention, but
he's had a good game too so far.
He has been playing well. Tried to mention his name a couple times and struggle with that, but I think Provenzano had one too many cuts back. I think he had the corner and he gone to the left, but again, I won't tell him how to run.
That's right.
His business.
It'll be 1st down and goal from the 4-yard line. The Sabercats with an opportunity to open up a 20-point lead, barring the extra point, with 6:42 to play in the second. Is this kind of, based on the game that you saw a couple weeks ago, is this what you were kind of expecting, or are you a little bit surprised with what we're seeing so far here today?
I'm a little surprised. Last game, Steven Sola was effective in dropping the ball underneath to some receivers and them doing a little bit of the legwork and gaining some big plays, 15, 20 yards on the receptions. So he was picking it apart. He was rolling out. He was throwing deep. And effective in all of the offense that they were running last week. So they're sputtering a little bit, but there's still 6:42 to go in the first half. so I don't anticipate they're going to roll over. And like I said, they beat us 28-27 in a tight game last week, so I'm expecting more of the same. And once they get rolling, they'll probably put up a few points on the board. But our Sabercats defense is stout right now. They are bringing it. Looks like they're a different defensive scheme now with a 3-4, and it seems to be working. So it's you gotta stop it before they change, right? So.
Yeah, no question. We have another game here in Sault Ste Marie later on tonight. The Sault Steelers will play host to the Sudbury Spartans. They had an outstanding game last week, I believe, in Sudbury. So if you don't have anything on the go tonight, make your way down to Rocky DiPietro and check out the game under the new lights, which is unreal to watch. Here's Tucker now from the 4-yard line. Tucker to Provenzano, and Provenzano is swallowed up by the interior of the defense, led by number 58, Zachariah Legault.
Number 92, Scott Cole's helping out there on the stop as well.
The tackle.
The big hogs down in the interior there, making a good push and preventing Provenzano getting the.
Sabercats on the 3-yard line.
You got to think this is going to be to Provenzano, or maybe, Provenzano here up the middle again.
Hand off to Provenzano.
And Provenzano just walks in for the touchdown, giving the Sabercats a 20-0 lead with 6:17 to play still in the second quarter.
I saw Dante Scaglione lined up in the backfield there, and I was hoping for the big dog to get a touch. He brings the load when he comes. So
he's been playing back there quite a bit so far, I've noticed today, and yeah, I agree. I wonder if he's going to get any touches back there, but I know he's primarily used as a lead blocker.
Koski to kick.
They did give him a couple of balls a la Refrigerator Perry last game, and he was able to capitalize on one. So again, he's a big load, and he brings the hair. Great flow coming down at you. Scary place to be.
Snaps good. Goche gets the hold down, and Koski makes absolutely no mistake.
21-0.
That's a 21-0 lead in favor of the Sabercats with 6:17 to play still here in the second quarter. Scott, if you're the coach here of the Sudbury Spartans, what are you telling your guys at this point?
Well, down 21-0. It's still a lot of game, but you need to reinvest. You need to count to 10 and reset and come up with a little better effort. Everybody's got to dig in, and as a team, they got to come out and get this offense rolling there. They have the potential. We saw it a couple weeks ago. They're able to move the ball, but give credit to the Sabercats. They're doing a heck of a job on defense, and Sudbury's just got to do a few things right. Maybe change up the playbook a little bit. Maybe have that number 3 roll out. Like I said last week, he was throwing on the run, crossing patterns more than up and down the field on the flanks. So maybe do a couple across the middle.
Koski to kick off.
See if you mix it up and catch us guessing.
So back to kick it here again for the Sabercats is Koski. And back to return our Conlon. And that's where this kick goes to. Koski's boot goes to Conlon. And Conlon picks it up.
Conlon picks up the ball.
And Conlon is
met by number 25.
Tackled by number 25, Landon Tricarton. Again, that's another one that might have rolled out of bounds, if they would have let that go. But it's a tough call, right? Because, again, if the Sabercats pick up that ball, it's their football. So you understand why Conlon's doing that.
Somewhere around the 24-yard line.
But again, even that kick, usually they go end over end. That had a kind of side spin, so it was interesting how he got it off his foot. But stop him deep, starting at 24. Nice place for the Sabercats defense to operate from. Obviously, Spartans have to go a long way to make the score.
Here comes the Spartans with Sola in the shotgun. I'm not even sure if they've gotten a first down in this game so far. So there's a good run up the middle, a little bit of space, but Sola, outstanding job again by this defense. And there's a big flag getting tossed, and there's another flag. So we'll see what those are.
A little bit of extracurricular here.
56 Esposito on the pop there, along with other Sabercats in there.
And who ran that? I was trying to see who ran that. I missed it.
I didn't see it.
It was a good hard run up the middle, though. Might have been 15. Braden Beggs.
Beggs was a factor last game. His name was called a few times, and so
We do have flags on the
doesn't
play.
surprise me. 2 separate flags, though, so we'll see. Maybe we're offsetting. Spartans obviously got the second one, but
So we got a rough play here against Sudbury.
and a dead
So
ball
it's a
foul.
dead ball foul, so it'll be. That was not a first down, right?
Looks like
That
it's a
was the
dead ball
first down
foul.
play.
Yeah.
So it'll be second down, and we'll go back
Sudbury.
15 yards. So it should be second down and 25.
There'll be a
They're
15-yard
calling for a
penalty.
10-yard penalty, but it's clearly 15.
Yeah.
Second and along 25.
What's your second down and 25 play here, Scott?
I start by praying.
Yeah.
And, they might be good just to gain a few yards, get away from the goal line, and then punt and save for another day.
Sola rolls out to his left. He looks, and Sola finds a receiver,
Sola passes,
Liam
complete to number
Conlon.
2, Liam Conlon.
Penalty deep.
He's hit immediately by Ethan Carcini, but we do have a flag on the play.
And that'll be a roughing the passer, I think, against the Sabercats. Did you see that?
I saw the late flag. I didn't see the play where it was thrown, which is unfortunate because if
And
that's roughing the passer, it'll bring it up close to first territory.
And Sola's hurt. He looked over at the bench, and I don't know if he's just deciding to try and stay in or what, but
That'll be a big mess if he can't continue. But on that play, they completed the pass, but it was nowhere close to being second and 25, nowhere close to a first down. So we'll see where the ball gets spotted and roughing the passer.
So roughing the passer against Sabercats.
And again, I know they're teenagers, but getting emotion, getting the best of them a little bit. So both teams have to settle in and just play their game and try to execute.
we'll see what the call is here. I think the officials are still talking about it. I think the talk is it an automatic first down?
Well, if it's after the play, they're walking it off, so we'll see.
Doesn't matter if it's automatic or not. It is a
That'll be
first down for
15-yard penalty,
the Spartans.
and that'll carry into a first down for the Sudbury Spartans.
So 15 yards to the end of the play.
They go from smelling their own end zone to out to the 36,
Yeah,
37
37-yard line. With 5:31 to play here in the second quarter, Sola lines up, and they wisely just hand it off. Another flag on the play.
Sola hands it off. We do have a flag.
That was the handoff there was to McDonald. Owen McDonald.
Gets a couple yards before being
He
wrapped
picks
up
up
by
2 yards.
Evan Novello. And
Evan
Ethan Carcini.
Novello on the stop. We'll see what this flag is now.
Owen Novello on the stop, another great kid.
So it's going to be against the Spartans.
Never seen Novello without a smile on his face.
Yeah, outstanding kid.
Yeah.
Comes.
Loving the game and
Yeah.
plays it the right way.
His brothers
Fierce
comes from a
competitor.
great
That'll be
family and
second
know
and
his
10 for
dad
Spartans.
well, and yeah.
Evan played for the T-Birds last year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So second down and 10 here for the Spartans. I think that was a mouth guard warning call right there. Sola rolls to his right, and he's got pressure to his right, so he stops, goes to his left, and then he finds a man. Outstanding
Sola
catch
finds
there
number 88.
by Jake Guinard.
Joshua Guinard.
What a play by Sola. That play was designed to go to the right. He slams on his brakes,
For the completed
goes
pass.
to his left, and that's
And
why
first
as a
down.
receiver you always run your route, right? Because you don't
Looks
ever
like he's
expect
running
you're
a
running an
balance
out
man
to
as
the
well. Ethan Scott.
opposite side of where the quarterback's running. You don't expect to get the ball, but sure enough, there it was. And that's a big first down.
First and 10.
And I
right
told
in
you
midfield
that's
for the
exactly what
Spartans.
Sola was doing 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
he's finding his groove now and doing things that made him successful 2 weeks ago. So beware, Sabercats, he's coming.
Balance formation here. Now there's motion left. Sola looks. Stutter steps to the outside. And Sola throws a beautiful ball.
Has a man
And it's
deep, the
just
end
out of the
Delaney.
reach of Delaney.
Got one hand on
My
it, but it is
goodness.
incomplete.
Again, almost one half step, you know,
defending the pass.
Yeah.
looking up for the one-handed catch, circus grab. But
Sola throws an absolutely beautiful ball, though. My goodness, right? That was placed right where only his guy could catch it, which was important.
And his offensive line did a fantastic job protecting him for him. He stepped up in the pocket, saw some outside pressure, was able to deliver that ball. And again, that's one step away from being 6.
Sola looks to take the shotgun snap here. He's got 3 receivers lined up to his left, and he looks that way. He rolls that way. He throws a nice ball to a wide open receiver, and it's out of the reach again of Guinard. And the pressure there by Nick Carter. My goodness. There was no roughing the passer on that one, but Sola took another shot.
And a great blitz on that defensive side of the ball. Carter coming through there unobstructed and forcing a big hit after Sola delivered the ball. So defense firing on all cylinders. 3rd down, despite that giving up half of the field to the Spartans. Looks like the Spartans will have to punt here.
3rd down and 10. Spartans. Kozanecki has a great leg. He's showing it so far here today. Good snap. And another nice kick.
Yeah, Matheson with the flag.
What happened there? Oh! That could have... Nice tackle by number 15, Beggs.
We do have a flag on the play.
What a block that was by number 6, Seamus Parlow. We have a roughing the kicker penalty. So what's that call in this league? Is it going to be running into the kicker, or is it going to be roughing the kicker?
I would say roughing the kicker based on Grant Matheson's path through the kicker. So I think it's going to go against number 99, a little overzealous. But again, the decleater by Parlow was a showstopper. Took out number 59, Bryden McGee.
And what was nice about that hit, right? That's a penalty a lot of times. What was impressive about that was he actually hit him with his hands, not his shoulder, right? Which made the block legal, because those blindside blocks that they used to be able to throw when we played are illegal now. You can't do that anymore. We used to go ear-holing kids all the time, or people all the time, right?
And the word of the day was concussion.
Oh, yeah. So that'll be a big penalty against the Sabercats, as that's an automatic 1st down. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans from the Sabercats' 45-yard line, going left to right. 3 receivers to the left, and Sola goes to the right on that little out pass again to number 15, Beggs, and Beggs is swallowed up immediately by Parlow. That's a short gain on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Great execution by Sola. If that receiver gets loose, he's gone for a few, but a nice job by 3 defenders for the Sabercats, led by Seamus Parlow.
3 yards on the play, sets up 2nd and 7.
And make the tackle. So brings up 2nd and 7 from the 43-yard line, 3:01 to go in the half.
And we'll have the 3-minute warning after this play. Sola lines up. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. He's looking to his right, but decides to roll to his left. He looks, and he's got him, man. Throws cross body. And what a nice effort there. But again, like we said, right, if Conlon would have finished that route, he would have caught that ball over his head, right? That was one of those ones where the receiver sees the ball and stops.
And Parlow's got to get his head turned around, because if I'm the receiver that's underthrown, I draw contact and the flag. But,
that's right.
But again, a great throw by Sola on the run, almost completed.
The one thing about that play, too, with Parlow, though, is Parlow is an outstanding cover corner, right? It seems like he's always in the right position to make a play. And even there, right, he had nice coverage on the play, and well played by him defensively. And here comes the Spartans. Looks like they're going to go for it here. 3rd down and 7 with 2:43 to play in the second. You'd like to think you need a score here if you're the Spartans. And the Spartans would run a nice little hitch pass, and what a catch by number 88 again.
He gets the 1st down, and then
Joshua Guinard.
Good for a solid 20.
That is a perfect hook route, right? He ran back to the football, caught the ball with his hands, outside away from his body, tucks it in, gets the first down.
Spins off the defender and is allowed to run for another 5, 6, 7 yards. So great job by Guignard to get the first down there.
Novello with the tackle
And
for the Sabercats.
talking about the game
first
within
and
the
10
game,
from the 25.
you think about
For the
where we
Spartans.
started.
Yeah.
Inside the 20, they marched, had a few penalties, had a few breaks, did Sudbury Spartans, and now their defense has been on the field, the Sabercats defense, for a long, long time. Takes its toll.
Which is nice because you think the Sudbury team would need the defense would need a bit of a break in their own right. As
Quick pass to
Owen McDonald runs over a couple guys to the left. And we got an injury here.
Tackle by Jacarton.
That's going to be
Drew
close.
Esposito, when we do have an injured Spartan.
That's going to be a gain of 7 on the play, so it'll be second down and
second
3.
and 3 after the 7-yard gain.
Caden McLeod with the assist on that tackle.
Spartans' Nolan Matthew is down. Looks like he's favoring that ankle. So we'd just like to take a second here to thank a couple of our sponsors here at Sault Sports. We'd like to thank Pockets Confectionery. They're located at 383 Cora Road here in Sault Ste Marie, Ontario. Pockets Confectionery offers products for your everyday needs, including access to an ATM, propane exchange, ice, snacks, lottery, and much, much more. The store hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday and 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. For all of your local needs, please go to Pockets Confectionery. And we'd also like to thank Mama Cass's Cheesecakes. We were just provided a couple cheesecakes by her. You can find them on Facebook at Mama Cass Cheesecakes. And trust me, you won't be disappointed after what we just had. So second down and short here. Second down and 3, I believe. We'll call it 2. For the Spartans with 2 minutes to play. Clock is running. Sola takes it. Sola fakes the handoff. What a move to avoid Scaglione, which is not easy. And he's going to be close to the first down. The stick guys aren't moving too far. What do you think? He's going to be short, eh?
It'll be close, but I don't think he quite has it.
So it'll be third down and a long one. Call it third down and 1.5 yards with 1:52 to go. And that's not a good sign. Is that Sola on a knee right now?
He's had a couple of hard licks, and if he can't continue, that seriously hampers their chances unless their backup is ready to step in.
Yeah, that is Sola. That is down. The coaching staff is going into the huddle, and he's talking to, I believe that's Beggs, who might be taking reps at quarterback here.
He's an athlete, so he'd be a natural selection. I don't know who's taking reps for them in backup capacity.
Let's hope he just got, let's hope that Sola maybe just got the wind knocked out of him on that play. But, ever since he got tackled on that roughing the passer down here, he was definitely sore and in some pain. And he's actually limping off, so maybe it is a leg injury on Sola.
Yeah.
That's
He's looked good and fought through some adversity there, but it looks like he can't continue right now. But we'll see. Maybe get some ice at the halftime and comes out for the second or the third.
Yeah, the good/bad thing is it's happening right around halftime, right? So they'll have a little extra time to kind of hopefully get over it. And
in at quarterback now for the Spartans.
Yeah. Back to those Mama Cass cheesecakes, were just to confirm that pink lemonade was the flavor.
Oh, okay.
so kudos to that.
Yeah.
Well done.
Here's Beggs under center. From the snap, from the shotgun. And Beggs looks to throw his first pass, and it's caught by number 83, Jordan Garrett, the tight end. That's a big tight end. And what a play call by the coaching staff of the Spartans. You want to talk about having faith in your backup quarterback. Brandon Beggs comes into the game, and you run a rollout pass to your big tight end.
And Jordan Garrett catching that, turning it up for a few more gain. Tackled by about 7 Sabercats to take him down, so he's a big load. And look to him again. He might get the ball soon.
Yeah, nice hands by the big man there.
Certainly.
Here's Beggs from the shotgun.
14 in motion with 83.
He's got McDonald lined up to the left of him. And Beggs takes it, and he tries to run to the outside, and he does. And Beggs puts his shoulder down, And you think he got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gained a yard, and Nick Carter got, not easy to get away from Carter, and Beggs was able to do so there. That would have been a huge loss had he not been able to. So timeout here by the Spartans with 1:21 to play. 2nd down and 10. What are you looking for here, Scott, if you're the Spartans coach?
Well, they've managed to keep me guessing, so 2nd and 10, you got a long way to go, but he completed his first pass, but do you go with the second-string quarterback to roll out and look into the end zone? I'd probably keep it on the ground and see what I can deliver.
Yeah, the big question is, right, if you don't get the first here, do you kick the field goal to make it a 2-score game, right? That's the tough call when you're down by this, right? Or you're inside, you're inside the 10-yard line, best field position you've had today. It's tough to not take points, but you wonder if 3 is going to be enough, right?
And, in that regards, I think what I'm looking at is 21-point lead, but also you haven't really, other than making progress on those penalties for the Sabercats, you haven't dictated the play, so I think I want to take a chance and go for the 7. But you have two chances at it, 2nd and 3rd down, and we'll see what they decide. But Sabercats left out of this bend, but don't break idea. Couple yards.
The wind's picking up here a little bit too, so that's going to have a big impact on the passing game. We see that up here quite often, right? Once it's almost a little bit of a wind tunnel up here. So
remaining in half.
Here they go. Beggs takes the ball from the shotgun, and that's going to be a false start on the offense, and that's going to hurt. So it'll be 2nd down now and 15 instead of 10.
And that certainly changes your play.
Oh yeah.
Go against Sudbury.
Taking it back out to the 15 or 14.
Procedure. It'll be 5 yards.
And that's tough after a timeout too, right?
Yeah. Even makes their field goal more difficult. We'll see.
Beggs lines up in the shotgun.
A lot of pressure for him too, coming in relief.
Look for Colin here, or Conlon here, I would think. And there he goes. He rolls out. He looks for Conlon. Or that's not Colin. That's the big tight end again, I think. And he is stopped just short.
I think that was 88, Joshua Guignard.
Sorry?
I thought the 88 was Guignard.
Oh, that was Guignard. Okay.
I believe, yeah.
Well, regardless, that'll be short, and it'll be third down and goal from the 5-yard line.
From the 5-yard line.
Looking a lot closer. I thought he might have had a chance to ramble in.
I don't know if it's end goal because they still have the stick up. I wonder if they can get a first down.
Oh, maybe. It's in the end zone. Phil Backwards said it's in the end zone, so they'll have to score to keep this drive alive here.
58 seconds and counting. There's the snap. Beggs rolls to his right, and he feels the pressure. He tucks it and goes up the middle, and he's in for the score. What a run by Brendan Beggs. He gives the Spartans some life late in this second quarter, and that's a huge touchdown for the Spartans, Scott.
Absolutely. I didn't think he was going to make it. Look like a broken play. A little bit of scrambling around, a couple Sabercats over pursuit and allowed him to spot up the middle, but nice job by him coming in relief there and making the play to at least make it respectable going into the half. But don't forget, we still have 49 seconds and a kickoff return, so the weapons at Sabercats' disposal, they'll try to flex their muscle again.
Yeah, no question at all. And number 15, Beggs, who's now done a little bit of everything today. Played the quarterback position, played running back, and now he's kicking for them as well. The snap's good, the hold's good, and the kick is good. Great job there by number 15, Brendan Beggs.
With 49 seconds left in the half.
The Sabercats will have a chance to answer here, like I said, with 49 seconds to play. Like to remind everybody that if you're in the Sioux, the Sioux Steelers will play against the Sudbury Spartans at 7 o'clock tonight under the lights at Rocky DiPietro Field. We had our first game there with the new lights set up last Sunday, and it was an unbelievable experience. It was great to see the new lighting structures and setups at Rocky DiPietro, and it is just a beautiful place to play football, and it's going to be a fun game tonight to keep an eye on. So looking forward to that for sure after this, and been quite the day of football here in Sault Ste. Marie, and we thank Sudbury, our northern neighbors, for coming down here and being a part of this today. It's always fun when these two teams get together. Bumbaco and Goche are back to return the kick for the Sabercats.
Beggs to kick off.
Beggs with the boot, and what a boot it is, and it goes into the end zone where it's taken by Bumbaco. That's scary. You don't want to outkick your coverage with Bumbaco back there. And what a tackle! Unbelievable job there by the Spartans. That is not easy, taking him down back there. And I believe the tackle was number 23, Peter Guerra again. Or Peter Guerra, sorry.
23, Peter Guerra in on the tackle.
So the Sabercats, with 41 seconds to go in the second quarter, will take the ball 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line, as the Spartans able to get a point by tackling Bumbaco in the end zone. So the score now is 21-8 in favor of the Spartans. Tucker lines up. Tucker lines up in the shotgun. Bumbaco's back out there for the Cats. Tucker looks to his right, past to Thibodeau, and he's wrapped up immediately by number 29, I believe, Matthew Guerra again.
Being tackled by Matthew Guerra.
Oh, sorry, Matthew Guerra. Maybe they're brothers.
36.7
But big,
seconds.
yeah, big stop there.
Absolutely.
They're missing a corner out here. They have no coverage down here on the low side.
This is where you speed it up.
And here comes, now they do. Tucker takes the snap. He rolls to his left.
Oh, good block.
Tucker looks. They had a comeback in a corner route. And that's underthrown, and it's intercepted by number 23. Peter Guerra again.
Jack McPherson.
He came off. Guerra came off the coverage there and took it right from McPherson, who that was intended for. You know, the Sabercats love that route pattern, right, where they run the comeback on the outside followed by the corner. The only problem with that combo, though, is they often run the comeback almost a little bit too far, and then if the ball isn't perfectly thrown, it's easy for the DB, exactly like he just did, to come off that coverage, right?
Yep.
So you'd almost like to see that a little bit shorter there potentially, but it'll be a turnover there for the Sabercats, and the Spartans with a big opportunity here to cut back into this lead a little bit more.
And again, Matty rolling out there and throwing crossbodies.
Yeah. Here goes Beggs. He rolls out to his left, and he's got all day, and it's dropped. But there is a flag on the play. We have a chop block call against the Spartans.
Goes through his hands, but we do have a flag on the play.
I believe he called a chop block or a cut block, yeah, against the Spartans. I'm not sure if that's a 10 or 15-yard penalty because they've changed the rules on that a few times. I believe it used to be a 10, but I don't know if they raised it to a 15 again to protect
like a chop block against
the safety of the players.
Back them up.
And a beautiful throw there to Guignard. He had to slip through his hands. Would have resulted in a no play anyway with a penalty, but you know, number 88 liked that one back.
So we'll see here. They're going, looks like they're going to be going 15 yards. So it is it's a 15-yarder against the Spartans. That'll set up a replay first down. It'll be 1st and 25 with 14.1 seconds to go. You almost wonder if they're just going to try and run the ball out here, right?
You can put it up in the air, but you risk risk and reward, right? picked and give them one more chance or two. So being down 13, my money is take a chance deep, but again, there's a chance that I could backfire for you. So
Kieran Derboka's way back here for the Sabercats. Beggs takes the snap. Beggs looks to his left. Nice blocking there. He's got some time. He decides to tuck it and run.
get out of bounds.
And he does.
Beggs to keep it.
And Beggs is pushed out of bounds by number 41,
as the wind
Ethan Carchidi.
Carchidi, Barlow, in on a tackle.
The wind is blowing this way, so they could get a huge kick and a long roll. So we got second down. This should be the last play of the quarter. Or, sorry, last play of the half. Again, with the wind blowing that way, you might throw one up because, again, you're going to get some extra carry on this.
It'll sail for sure. But I think we're Sabercats going to be in prevent.
I don't know. They got no coverage down here.
He's open, too.
And he's got a man, and that's a flag, absolutely.
For number 7, Husey. There is a flag on the play.
So, Scott, we saw that, right? The Sabercats did not set up defensively, and Husey was wide open out here. And they noticed that, and the ball was just a little bit underthrown.
Finish on a penalty.
Again, good play for the most part by Kieran Juma just to get back and kind of make a play on that.
Yeah.
But that could have been dangerous for the Cats.
Yeah, that was a personnel mistake that Juma, like you said, was lucky to get back to even near that receiver and break it up, and it's going to cost him. Now, is that spot of the foul or just a 15?
Just 15, so the Spartans will have one last play, barring a penalty. I know Beggs has quite the arm, but I don't know if he can get it 50 yards in the air, so we'll see what the coaches have lined up here.
Catch and run, a little hook and ladder.
Again, the Sabercats kind of setting up in what looks like a prevent type defense.
They'll have one last shot at
Still looks like they have single coverage, though, at the top of the screen.
3.5.
Or, sorry, at the left side of the field, the top of the field.
Yeah, certainly does. They need some time.
He's back. He looks, and he was, what a throw there. But great pressure by the defensive line, led by number 33, Ethan Aruda, was able to kind of get in the way and hamper that throw.
Just a reminder, game 3 of the
I'm Tony Bonifero, joined alongside Scott McPherson, Jay and Shaw Houselander in studio, and Chris Carr on a chair. We'll be back in 15 minutes' time with second half action here from the from the Superior Heights Field in Sault Ste Marie. Welcome back to Superior Heights here in Sault Ste Marie, Ontario. I'm Tony Bonifero, joined alongside Scott McPherson, Jay and Shaw Houselander in studio, and Chris Carr on a chair. The Sault Sabercats have a 21-8 lead over the Sudbury Spartans. Scott, your thoughts on the first half and kind of what to expect going forward?
Okay, folks, 21-8.
Well, it was a great start by the home team, getting out to an early lead and scoring some points. Lost a couple players there. I don't see Babako ready to go. Sudbury showed a little bit of spunk at the end of the first half, scoring on their last drive, and hopefully they can continue that. But it's just Sabercats hope to answer with something here.
And there's a short kick again by the Sabercats, looking to recover it, and it's scooped up and wisely by 42, Lucas Hamelin.
And a good job, 42, to recognize.
Hamelin picks it up, but he's met
the
immediately.
ball was live and
takes a knee.
Take a second chance.
First and 10 Spartans.
First and 10 from the 32, looks like.
Spartans, looks like Beggs is staying in at quarterback, so that's unfortunate for Sola, as he's, a heck of a football player in his own right and an excellent quarterback for this team. So let's hope he's not seriously hurt, as Beggs, who actually showed well, right? He led him down the field in a drive. Yeah, there were some penalties that, kind of helped them along the way, but they got the job done with him at quarterback, and that's all you can ask for. So Beggs with it now. Beggs takes the snap. He looks, he rolls to his left, and nice defensive play by number 85.
Beggs with nothing to
Mitchell
Commissar. Pass
Mitchell
intended for
Commissar.
87, Thomas Rinaldi, nice little roll-up play. Matty
very
got
good
his hand.
defensive play. Sets up
Not Matty,
second down.
Matty's dad. Anyway, Mitchell Commissar with the knockdown to avoid the completion, and brings up second.
He's a big boy too, eh?
He's a tall drink of water for sure.
Yeah.
His dad's is and was a tall
Beggs
ball player back in the day, in the old Storm days. So.
And there's a snap
Red
there.
flag on the play.
There is a flag all over the play, and what a stop by number 25, Landon
Thomas
Trecarton.
Rinaldi. Trecarton in on the tackle, hits him immediately.
And he
So we
takes
do have
down
flags.
number 87, Thomas Rinaldi, the tight end. There are flags all over the place, so we'll see what the call is here.
And you talked about Beggs replacing Sola, and he is doing a great job. And your natural athletes that come in there, and obviously he's got the armband with the plays on it, so he's probably taking some reps in practice. So he's probably the go-to second, and doing an admirable job coming in a tough position, down 13 in the third quarter. So let's see what he can muster. Sabercats will have something to say about it, but see if these Spartans can get on the board again.
Officials talking about this here, and while they do that, we'd just like to give a shout out to Jim Corelli, who let us know that the reason why the officials would have gone over and talked to the Sabercats bench was there is a new rule. 2 OCs and a player is ejected from the game, so they had to give the bench a warning as to who that first OC was against. So thanks for that. I'm sure Jim will be likely doing the Steelers game tonight, as he's been a long-time official here in Sault Ste Marie and a huge proponent of football in this city and has always done a great job. So thanks for that, Jim, and look forward to hopefully seeing you out on the field tonight. There's a snap, and it's taken there by Beggs. Beggs looks left, rolls to his right. He throws, and he has a man. And beautiful catch there by number 9.
Beggs rolls to his right.
Carter Sagal.
Looks like Quentin Harris.
Sagal, a name we haven't heard much of, but nice completion looking downfield.
They're calling number 8.
Sorry?
I thought that was
Nope,
number 9.
9.
Yeah,
Carter
it is
Harris.
number 9.
Or
So Carter Sagal.
Sorry.
Yeah, nice play. And again, Beggs doing what he needs to do to keep his team in the game. They're marching out to the 50.
For your
51.
in on the tackle.
Drew Esposito on the
First and
stop.
10 from the 51-yard line.
10:09 and moving, remaining here in the third quarter. Beggs in the shotgun, takes the snap. He hands it off to Conlon to the left side. Conlon cuts it up the middle.
Met immediately by number 58.
And he's taken by number 58, Owen Trecarton. Owen Trecarton, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he
up
played
some
for the
short
Steelers last year, did he not?
I'm not aware of
I'm pretty sure,
second and
yeah,
7.
one of the Trecarton brothers played for the Steelers. Sorry? Oh, Ethan Trecarton, sorry, the brother. There's so many Trecartons, and I coach most of them, so they all just run into each other.
Owen, Landon, Ethan, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all great athletes. And
Oh, yeah, great kids as well.
yeah, absolutely.
Here come the Spartans, 2nd down and 7. 9:12 to play here in the 3rd. Beggs takes the snap. He looks left, and he looks, and it's, and what a defensive play there by number 14, Jordan Wilmont, as that was right in the hands of Landon Trecarton, but it ends up hitting the ground. So
nice job of changing from a receiver to a DB and knocking that down. Otherwise, Trecarton would have had that in his mitts, and great play to break that up. So it brings up 3rd and 7.
Looks like the Spartans bring out the punting unit.
Nate Carter to
Nate
return.
Carter back to return the kick.
The officials blow it in. Nate Carter is back at his 20. This wind, though, is blowing hard left to right.
Short a man, short a man. Sabercats missing some personnel out there, only have 10 on the field. So
some colorful language by the Sabercats bench over there.
it happens, and sometimes you have some injuries or
get some stuff straightened away.
Isn't there one guy on the huddle that's his job to?
It's supposed to count that, yeah.
That's it.
Which is, I think, what happened there. So Sabercats get that figured out.
Mitchell Commissar comes on. Now we got 13. 13 is Blair Boudreau coming to join
I
us.
still only count 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. Now they have 12 out there. So, yeah, we're good finally.
Next play, they'll have 1 too many.
That's right.
But the defensive ends are doing a nice job containing outside and forcing it back into the middle. I saw Mitchell Commissar on a couple 2 plays ago force it back to the middle, stuffing it towards 58, which is Owen Trecarton making a nice stop. So, again, they're doing a nice job of penetrating into the backfield, forcing it into support.
Okay.
So their defense is
Korzeniacki to kick.
Used to drive me nuts as a coach having to use a timeout on special teams like that. So we'll see if that, hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them in the chest. And look at that. That's going to be an offside penalty against the Sabercats. That's going to be an automatic 1st down now, I think. Oh, sorry.
It's 7. So
No, it's not. It's 7. You're right. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
certainly changes the dynamic.
As Blaine Boudreau, I believe that was.
Penalty.
And now the offense is being sent back out.
And we're now 3rd and 2.
That's a tough penalty there by the Sabercats.
Go for it.
At midfield, too, changes the direction and probably have them run a pass play here.
They've had a lot of success in the out routes here.
Yeah, the wide receiver flying and leaving a guy dribbling out of the backfield. So we'll see what they shoot for us.
The snap is there. He's back to pass. He rolls to his right. He looks. He has him on the out, but he doesn't have the 1st down. And he's stopped short by the Sabercats.
He does not have the 1st down. He gets
turnover.
stuffed right away.
Evan Novello on the play.
Great defensive play by Novello, like you said.
Novello, Commissar.
Help with
in on the
tackle on Commissar. And again, I think Eddie kept running with that ball. He might have been able to turn a corner and get at least the 2 needed for the 1st down. But tried to jump back into play and was met at the line. So ball on the 51 of the Sabercats. They take over on downs. 8:14 to go in the game. Sault Sabercats 21, Sudbury Spartans 8.
Tucker in the shotgun with Provenzano behind him. Trips right. He hands off up the middle of Provenzano. Provenzano, he finds the lane, and he goes hard up the right side, and he's taken down. What a tackle by 54, Chris Dory.
Good solid 40
Not after a large gain on the play. Nice to bounce it outside. Even though ran his blocks, he was so fast there.
Provenzano has committed recently, we've been told, to the University of Waterloo. So he'll have an outstanding career there. A lot of kids from the Sioux have gone to Waterloo over the years and had a lot of success there. Tucker takes the handoff again, gives it into Thibodeau now. And Thibodeau barrels forward for 6, we'll call it.
Number 58, Zachary Legault.
5 yards, so it'll be second down and 5.
No Waterloo Warrior, of course, is famous as Paul Squina.
That's right.
The man, the myth, the legend. Just ask him.
He'll tell you all about it, eh? Yeah.
Yeah. We got a neat little lineup here.
Here's Tucker now in the shotgun, sorry. Tucker back to pass. He looks right, looks left, and it's almost intercepted. What a play by number 22, Trent Lafrere. And if he would have caught that, he had a lot of room in front of him there. The one thing that I love about Tucker, and we kind of talked about this last game, was how quarterbacks, it's almost like they're throwing to their first read, right? The one thing that Tucker is able to do is Tucker goes through his reads exceptionally well there, right? That was just a nice defensive play. But overall, great job there by the Spartans defense.
And he's had a lot of freedom with the Sabercats to look as checkoff receivers. He didn't trust himself playing last year with St. Mary's to go with number 2, number 3 if it was closed off. So he's matured in that regard, and hopefully, as he continues, he'll step it up even more and learn to check off those receivers and find other options.
Gauthier on the hold. Koski. And that's going to miss left, I think. It is going to miss left. And it went out of bounds, so that's okay. It'll be 1 point for the Sabercats. You could see Gauthier on that hold. He tried to spin the laces, and just when he did that, it ended up just going off the side of the foot of Koski. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Spartans from their own, I believe, 35-yard line.
Gauthier the normal holder on that?
Gauthier's been holding today. I don't know if he's their normal holder, but he's definitely been holding today.
Gotcha.
So I've noticed that.
Okay. You spoke earlier about the Steelers and their Hall of Fame game today. So if you have no plans this evening, make sure you check out 7:30 at Rocky DiPietro Field. Hall of Fame game, in that they're going to add Brad Jordan, I believe, as the newest member of the Sault Ste Marie Football Hall of Fame. I remember playing with Brad in '96 for the Steelers when he was the elder statesman on the team, and a great leader, a great teammate, and congratulations to him. Still officiates, might even be on the field this afternoon. Great man. Son played with me as well. It was great to see him, and congratulations to him on his award as he enters the Hall of Fame.
After the Rouge.
Well deserved.
Yeah, they haven't put the point up on the board. I'm not sure if that's not a point now. Did they change that rule, or I'm not even sure, but I just assumed that would have been a point.
Handoff.
There's a handoff up the middle to number 20, Owen McDonald. And McDonald just pushes the pile. He gets at least 5 yards, or 5 yards right on the dot. It'll be second down and 5.
Nice hard run for sure.
Whole mess of
3 or 4 tacklers, and he's able to move the pile, like I said. Gained a 5 on the play, so brings up second and 5.
Sabercats looking for the defensive call.
Second and about 5.
Spartans, they get the play call and go to the line. Beggs has it. From the gun, Beggs rolls to his left. Looks like he's tucked it here. And he just pulls up almost a little jump pass in a sense.
Beggs tries to get it downfield, a little jump pass.
Play the game, boys.
Yeah.
Passes in.
Little extracurriculars there.
Almost looked like the quarterback was close to the line of scrimmage.
That's right. Yeah, that's why I said a little bit of a jump pass. Yeah.
It's completed. I wonder if he was over the line.
So it looks like it's going to be a punt return here. They did put the Rouge up, so it is 22-8 in favor of the Sabercats with 5:23 to play here in the third quarter.
I just love that they call it a Rouge.
Yeah.
All right, we got 12 on the field this time, so we're all set to go.
Looks like we'll see if there's if the Cats decide to not even really run here or rush here after the roughing the kicker last time. And there's another one. Oh, he bumped him, but able to get the kickoff.
This way, this way.
Kick caught by
And
Carter.
here comes Carter. Carter follows some blocks. He's directing traffic, and Carter lowers his shoulder. And there's a big hit by number 20, Owen McDonald.
Right on the out of bounds line.
Good job following his blocks there.
Run back.
Carter's got to be a little careful there. He did kind of step over McDonald a little bit, and he already has the one. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. We don't know who has the 1OC for the Cats quite yet, but again, when you're missing Trudeau and Carbone, you can't really afford to lose anyone else, especially of that kind of caliber. So,
and this is still a tight game with 2 scores being the difference.
For sure.
14 points. A lot of big players here, so they change the tide in short order.
Tucker has the ball, or is going to have the ball here.
Takes it
out of the shotgun. Tucker looks, and Tucker throws one deep over the middle, and that's going to be a
pass intended for Daniel
okay.
Bambaco.
No call there. So again, that's what we talked about earlier, though, right? Bambaco, the ball was underthrown, tried to come back to the ball. There's absolutely nothing else you could do if you're a defender, if you're a DB on that play. But Bambaco tried to get the contact. I like that no call by the official. Maybe the ball was considered uncatchable. But again,
second and 10.
It's a tough play there.
Yeah, and props to the safety for the Spartans. Even if he got away with that one, he lives to fight another day. So
Tucker takes the snap. He hands it off to Provenzano, and Provenzano has a huge hole up the middle.
Met by about 3 Spartans.
And I think he's got the first down here, Scott. What do you think?
It certainly looked like he has forward progress.
We'll
took
give
him
it
past
6,
the 37-yard line, so we'll see where they spot it.
It is going to be a first down.
Looks good at the 36.
It'll be first and 10 Sabercats with 4 minutes and counting to go.
Yeah.
Cats looking to call the play. They get it called in. Tucker says something to Provenzano before the snap, and that's why. So Provenzano now, he's got a lane. Cutback lane is there, and Provenzano gains about 17 yards there. What a run.
20 yards and a first down.
X's and O's on that one, and Scaglione gets the extra point for the big block that allows Provenzano to cut back and gain an extra 7 yards. So well played, great execution. Sabercats look like they're marching. So up 14, I think, or up 14 points. I think I keep it on the ground and just wear them down, run the clock out, try not to make any mistakes or add any penalties.
This is where the Thibodeau and Provenzano kind of matchup can really wear teams down, as there's a flag. But you know that's 2 big, strong running backs, and trying to tackle them nonstop. That's got to be tough. So again, good job here by the Sabercats to kind of eat away yardage here in chunks. But Provenzano, man, his vision, we could see it from up here, right? His vision is unbelievable. He just does such a great job.
And you know what? There's no easy takedowns on Provenzano, so his impact isn't known in the first half.
That's right.
It's in the fourth when you start wearing down, and the
Lumps
you've been taking all games start to add up. And penalty against the Sabercats. So again, maybe undisciplined, but I don't know what the call was for. Probably an offside.
I didn't see it. I was watching, and
I think some of the receivers in motion. It might have been McPherson on an early cross.
2:53 and counting. Tucker takes it first down and 15, or first down and 20 almost. And Tucker avoids a bunch of tackles, and he's still running, and he avoids another one, and he's able to throw that away. Oh my goodness, he almost had Jack McPherson. Smart play by McPherson to break that off, but my goodness, Matty Tucker showing some agility that his father only wished he had.
But Maddie wins in the hair department.
Oh my goodness! I wish I still had hair. And Matty Tucker's senior still has hair like he did when he was 16.
Looks the same as he did at the Castle 30 years ago. So we got 2:38. Sabercats up 14, hoping to hold on in the third quarter. Marching down the field. Looks like they have a first and
so that's 10 yards and repeat
10
first
from
down.
the 17. We're going to repeat the first down, they say. Tucker trying to get the call from the sidelines. A little delayed. Lined up Scaglione wide at the slot. Look for him. Tucker on the inside handoff, looking for a block. Handoff is to Bambacco.
Handoff to number 1, Daniel Bambacco.
Nice stop there, eh?
Yeah. Absolutely. Number 22 for the
he gets about 3 or 4 hard yards
for the Spartans on the stop.
Before being brought down.
And go ahead.
I just say nice to see Bambacco back in the game and able to run the ball with confidence. So.
Yeah, nice play there by number 59 as well. Or 58, sorry.
Tucker.
Zachariah Lejeau was there as well.
Second and about 7.
Tucker looks to make the call. Out of gun. 3 receivers to his left. Provenzano takes it up the middle. And Provenzano just follows that offensive line, and he's going to be real close to that first down. And there's a flag. We'll see what that flag is. That might be against St. Mary's, actually. Or, sorry, Sabercats.
Spartans on the ground looking up and saying, why me? But maybe against the Cats.
I was looking at the St. Mary's player. They're taking Provenzano out of the game here. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what happened.
Thibodeau subbing in for him, so 29 for 28.
But maybe, if that's another OC, objectionable conduct penalty, and if Provenzano got the first one, that'd be an ejection from the game.
It's out of character for Provenzano, though, so I'd be surprised if it was him on the OC, but gets heated. So
we'll have to see what the call is here. We'll listen to what the officials say, as Provenzano does not look happy over there, throwing his gloves off. Let's listen and see if we can hear what the call is.
After a pretty good march, too, it looks like they're taking themselves 1 step forward, 2 back. So we'll see what the call is. I'll have to go a long and distance. So
yeah, it looks like the officials are going over to talk to the coaches of the Sabercats. That would be a huge loss if Provenzano can't continue in this game. And also would have to talk, I'm not sure if, because it's only the third quarter, if a suspension would be in play for next week either, right?
I'm not sure they're ruling for suspensions to carryovers late in the second period. Second half, rather. Regardless, there's still a lot of football to be played, so Sabercats better put their helmets on and get back to work if they want to finish off this Sudbury Spartan team. It shows no sign of quitting, so second string quarterback in after Sola going down.
Coach Matt Primo is just questioning the officials here.
Be a fly on the wall in that conversation, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like we have an objectionable conduct call.
2 coaches after each other.
Against Sabercats, that'll back them up to the 32, 33-yard line.
Bringing that Sudbury Sioux
rivalry
back to a head, right? So let's see the finish here.
So it looks like Ronan is done for the day, which is a huge loss here for this Sabercats team. I mean, it's a nice thing to have when you have Thibodeau coming in, but Tucker with a pump fake, he throws it up to Bambacco, and oh my goodness, there is a flag on the play though.
He almost hauls it in, but we do have a flag on the play.
Number 6, Liam Hobson, might get called on a hold there or a pass interference, but
I think there's cause for pass interference, but Bambaco, as it stands, still managed to get a hand on it and almost hold it in. So
Yeah.
But that's only a 15-yard penalty, so they'll still have a
Still,
long way
yeah,
to go. But
it'll be
automatic first down.
That's right. It'll be first down and 10 from probably the 16 or 17-yard line here of the Spartans.
A beautiful ball, though, to be thrown up by
Oh, absolutely.
Tucker.
I like how Tucker did that, right? A little pump fake on the outside and then
Give him a bite.
yeah, and then airs it out. He throws such a nice ball, right? It's just a beautiful ball.
And even better when he has the time to set and, not being chased out of pocket.
Yeah.
Stands in and
So it'll be
throws
first
the
and
dart.
10.
Matty Tucker has it. He
Cats.
hands it to
Hand
Thibodeau
off to
inside,
Thibodeau.
and Thibodeau's
He gets up to middle. Smothers
wrapped
number
up by number 53, Anthony Paris.
so much fun when Thibodeau
Good for about
grabs the
3
ball,
yards.
closes the bread basket,
Oh.
and just buckles down.
Just starts rolling, eh?
I'm going to date myself again, but Tom Rathman comes to mind and just big bull nose on the ring.
Yeah, yeah.
And just heads forward for positive yards and pain and suffering for the opponent.
Tucker looks. He hits Carter on a hitch pass. Nice block by Bambaco on the outside.
Put it away.
And Carter keeps fighting his way.
Who gets a good block.
Into the 10, so he's
Gets
still going to be short.
Close
but
to first
Yeah.
down yardage.
And Carter, that'll be close to a first down. Carter's saying it's a first down. He's right there, so
it's a little one-sided, though.
yeah, we'll see what the call is.
Look at the spot. Looks about the 7.5 yard line, so we'll see.
Oh, they are going to call third down, so it'll be third down in inches. Oh, maybe they are going to have a quick measurement here with 24.3 seconds to play.
In a very short 1 yard line.
See, call number 29 here and straight ahead.
Well, I think it's a foregone conclusion, right? It's pretty nice when you got Caleb Thibodeau back there and you only need, 3 inches, so.
They're not stacked in the middle, so.
Yeah, and there's the handoff, and there's
Handoff to
Thibodeau.
Thibodeau. He gets the
He
first
easily
down.
picks up the first down.
Down, Sabercats.
That and more with 11.8. Sabercats marching towards the end zone looking for
54, Chris Dorr with some help.
another 6 to make it 28-8. We won't count our chickens. Still 3 tough yards to get.
Tucker lines up in the shotgun. Sabercats come out, trips left. 5 receiver set.
Here, go, go, go.
A timeout called against the a timeout by the Spartans. I guess the question is, did they call it? I don't know I've never seen that before.
The clock shouldn't have started, should it?
Yeah. So regardless, this will be the last play as long as there's no penalty.
Let's hope they don't need that later, because that's a personnel change that they didn't have the right people out there.
I think it was the Spartans that called that, eh? Yeah.
It was the Spartans. They had a receiver or one of the players running off.
Oh, I see.
Would have been a defensive player, but he was running off, and coach had to call it before
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Scott, it's early in the season. You obviously have a kid that plays on this varsity team. What are your thoughts on the fact that the first 2 games of the season, the Varsity Sabercats ended up winning by forfeit? Is that frustrating for you as a parent? Is that a pause? Is it nice because they get a victory, or where's your mindset on that?
Well, as an athlete, I don't know any true athlete that would love taking a 21-0 decision without playing the game.
Yeah.
You practice, you bleed, you sweat, you put everything into it, you get invested, you make progress with the hopes of going out and dominating your opponent and winning your goal, which is 1 game at a time to lead to the championship, right? So
Okay, first to goal.
it's frustrating, but the kids seem to be rebounding well. So
Tucker back to pass. Tucker looks.
Tucker.
And he
looking
throws
for
it to
Bambaco.
double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Intercepted in the end zone.
What a pick that was by number 8, I believe,
Great
Quentin
Quentin
Harris.
And we have a flag.
And that's going to be an OC against, I believe that's going to go against the Spartans.
did you see the ball touch the ground? It looked to me like it was a pretty good catch.
Yeah, I thought it was a good catch, too.
Ruled incomplete. And,
Oh, it was ruled incomplete?
Wow, they're waving it. I don't know if
Oh,
the back judge was waving his arms as if it were incomplete.
wow.
And I think
So it
that's
looks
what
like it
brought
was-
on the
Possibly ruled incomplete.
Brought into hostility.
I'm going to ask Jay in studio if Jay can take a look at that and see if that was an incomplete pass, because he definitely looked like he had his arms underneath it from this angle anyway. But again, we're far away and the officials are right there, so I would assume that they'd have a better look than us. But
being a little closer.
That's a huge call.
Especially when you tack on the OC after it. Go from a interception in the end zone to giving them the ball back and 15 yards closer, or half the distance, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, that'll bring up the end of the third quarter with your Sabercats leading 22-8. We'll go into the last 12. Sabercats hoping to hold on to a victory. Again, a beautiful day for football. Just a reminder, the Steelers play the Sudbury Spartans at Rocky DiPietro Field at the Queen Elizabeth at 7:30 tonight. If you have nothing to do, come on out. If you have something to do, cancel it. This is going to be a great game. I look forward to seeing you there. So stay tuned for the fourth quarter coming up as soon as we tilt the field here.
I think they did call it an interception after all that.
It
looks like the Spartans have their offense out here now.
They would then rescind the penalty because there was a penalty at the end.
It was a catch. Jay in studio was able to see the replay, and he says that the officials absolutely got the call correct by calling it an interception. So great job by them to come together, and
it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
It's all about getting it right. That's, as a coach, that's always been my attitude. I don't care how many mistakes you make on the field, as long as it's right. And I don't, and I'm like that with hockey too, right? Just get the call right, and it's nice to see them do that here.
Yeah. So they obviously picked up the flag for objectionable conduct following the disagreement with the referee.
No.
Oh, there it goes now.
I don't think so. They're going to push it back from there because it was on the Spartan, so they will tack on that OC penalty.
So with the
which is a shame because
Spartans, it'll take them all the way back to their own 10-yard line.
They ruled on the play, and
penalty happened after the interception.
Regardless, they're going to start from the 10.
First
and 10.
That's right. Beggs in the shotgun. Beggs rolls to his right. He tries to get to the outside. He does. And he just throws it a little bit low.
Forced to throw
the pass was intended for Hoosie, just a little bit short.
Chance.
Great job by number 33, Ethan Aruda. Ethan Aruda's had pressure all game.
Yeah, we've mentioned his name a few times, and even when we haven't, he's been in on assists on many of those tackles. So again, those defensive ends for playing a 3 front stack are playing great to contain everything, allowing their backers room to run and step up and make tackles. So to be commended. Let's see if Sudbury can muster something here late or early in the fourth quarter. Lots of time left with only 2 scores down.
Beggs lines up in the shotgun. Beggs takes the snap, looks left, now looks to his right. And he gets absolutely wrapped up by number 94, I believe.
Ashton Sachin, number 94.
Ashton Sachin
with the sack.
Sachin had a great game 2 weeks ago, and hasn't been mentioned much today, but had a big key moment of the game. Steps up and makes a nice sack on the play. It's a loss of about 3 or 4 on the play.
Sets up third and about 14.
Third and 14.
Ashton Sachin was a heck of a hockey player back in the day for me too in Sault Major hockey. So I'm not sure. Is he playing high school hockey or anything, or is he?
I believe he tried out
for Cora.
No, he's at St. Mary's, is he not?
Ashton Sachin, he's at Cora.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be playing high school hockey up there or what he's doing, but comes from an outstanding family, really nice family, and great people, and Ashton's just an outstanding, top-notch kid, so nice to see him out here continuing his football career and really excelling.
Yeah, now that you mentioned it, he was a player for the Cora Colts this year, so yeah.
So it'll be third down. What do you do here? I mean, this is one of those plays where you're down by 14. Do you give up the safety, go down by 16, but then get the field position back and try and get a stop? It's a tough call here. There's definitely merit to both sides of the argument here. We'll see what they decide to do.
The wind's at their back, so I think they take a chance and roll it back. The back goes back to receive, but did some strange plays on these kickoffs and punts, so we'll see.
And they are going to kick, and that's a big boot. What a kick that was. And Bumbacco grabs it. You're not going to tackle him one-on-one. He makes a few people miss and wisely goes up the field, and he's finally taken down by number 14.
Down by Jordan Wilmot.
And that's going to be a penalty. That's just, yeah. Jordan Wilmot makes an outstanding tackle. And not a smart play there.
Especially after a 3-yard return.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, right? It's so easy for us to sit up here and say these things, but, you know, you and I have both played the game. And one thing that kind of, it's impossible to play emotionless football, right? It's impossible. You can't do it.
It's called flag football.
That's right. So, you know, some of these kids, you know, when you're excited or when you make a play, it's almost like you can't do anything because it's always a flag, right? Now, clearly that's a penalty. We all knew that was a penalty, but that's just a kid being excited a little bit too, right? And and again, it's a fine line, and I wish there was a better way to differentiate between being able to be happy and celebrate and kind of what's the line, right? And it's a tough spot, and it's not fair for the officials either because, you know, I think they realize that a lot of like these are kids, and you have to play with some emotion and throwing flags at the right time, right? That one there, no one's going to argue about that, but it's tough, right? It's one of those things where it's hard to play emotionless football. Tucker looks to his right, wisely pulls it down, and he gets sacked by number 40, I believe Tucker. That was. Or
hands it off, or
I don't see a 40 on here. Down. Unfortunately, we don't have or is that 48 maybe? 48, Michael McCarron, yeah.
Could be, yeah. And again, back to the point about that, those rules are clearly defined, and there is walking that fine line between, aggressive but you have to know that your team can go down from those penalties. So
absolutely.
Nice screen.
Tucker tries to get it to Thibodeau in the flats, but just a little bit over his head. And McPherson made a nice block there, and then a little bit of extracurriculars, but no flag on the play either way, which is okay with me.
Noah Larcher is 45, tangled up with McPherson on the play. No penalties, like we said, so it'll bring up third down.
McPherson, the receiver, going to pick on a big linebacker there, or D lineman in Larcher.
Okay, so it's 3rd and 10.
So 3rd
after
and 10.
All is said and done.
Are we going to have Bumbacco back into kick now, it looks like?
Conlon and Hobson back for the Spartans, and it looks like Bumbacco to kick.
All right, so emotions running high here. Hopefully we can settle in and finish out this game without incident.
Looks like the officials are going to have a little conversation and just say that's enough. Play the game.
And it has been a well-fought game and an aggressive game, and lots of big hits and big plays. Some excellent football here today. So let's hope we can finish it off and close out this 9:44 with a great finish for you. So.
Yeah, good job by the officials to kind of rein things in a little bit, and both captains are going to go have a word with their respective coaches and basically, I think, just say no more. Yeah.
And this is where it's super important because you have been warned, so they have no
That's
problems
right.
throwing the flag for the next one, right? And if it gets away on the Spartans, you can expect some heated rivalries to flare up. So hopefully we can have a great finish and enjoy this fantastic day of football. 9:44 to go in the 4th quarter. Your Sabercats up 22-8 versus Sudbury Spartans.
Here's the snap. Bumbacco on the fake, and he's going to the right. Bumbacco takes it, and he has the first down and then some. And Daniel Bumbacco, what a block on the outside. That's going to come back. Jack McPherson is going to get called. Either a block in the back or a hold is going to be called on the far side. But that's going to be well after the first down.
The play came well after the first
So
down.
that'll be a first, should be a first down.
It'll be first down for the Sabercats. Injured player on the field.
And I always feel bad for those receivers, right? Blocking downfield is one of the hardest things to do in football. And sometimes, you know, you make a real good block, you have position, but then they just, you know, try and make a move, come off you and fall. And it does, you know, it's a call that has to be made. But unfortunate break there for the Sabercats. That being said,
Moving the sticks,
they should get the first down easily.
Michael McKernan, number 48, the Spartan, injured on the play, limping off the field, but he appears to be okay.
Do you know what they called? Was it a block in the back or was it a hold?
I was watching, but back was still tap dancing
Yeah,
down the line. And I thought he was out 3 or 4 times, but yeah.
That's one of those plays, though, where, you know, if it wasn't a hold or if it wasn't a penalty, he wouldn't have scored, right? So that's one of those calls I think the official has to make. It is going to be a block in the back.
Yeah. And you know what?
So there is no touchdown.
Silver lining is that they got the first down. The foul occurred after the first down was gained, so Sabercats maintained
the penalty
the ball.
happened.
I mean, you never want to take a touchdown off the board, obviously, but glass half full.
So it'll be first.
At least you have an opportunity here to maybe take some extra time off the clock here in this fourth quarter, and if you could still punch it in and kill an extra 2 or 3 minutes, that could be close to the dagger, right, in this matchup. So.
We'll fill that glass half up then, and, and hope to make that promise come true here.
So one thing I love to do as a coach is, you know, when a kid makes a play like that, that's a hard work foul in a sense, right? McPherson's trying to make a block all the way downfield, and that's an unfortunate, it's an unfortunate break in a sense, right? If I'm the coach here, I'm dialing up a play for him, right? Give him a chance to kind of make up for it here and see what can happen. So we'll see what Tucker decides to do. As Tucker takes it, he hands it off up the middle, gives it to Thibodeau, and Thibodeau rumbles down
with a good hard
for
run.
an extra, we'll call that 7 yards, and we'll say second down and 3.
Good for 6-7 yards, brought down number 6.
And no easy ups after
Looks
these
like
plays.
Right?
That's right.
Little trying to strip the ball and making things happen and stuff under the pile. So we're in for a great finish here. Superior Heights Field.
Thibodeau again. That's Scaglione. Scaglione goes to the outside, and he's taken down.
Nice play by 6.
Tackle by number 6, Liam Hobson.
Liam Hobson with a nice stop.
Scaglione gets a couple of hard yards and a first down, Sabercats.
And Scaglione, who's going to St. Mary's next year, they're getting themselves a football player who can play a variety of positions.
He just looks like a special teams guy. Most rookies won't start. He will definitely see the field when they get a load of him. Cannot like that kid.
And we got Goche in at quarterback here. Sorry, I kept saying Tucker, but Goche's in at quarterback.
I didn't notice number 4.
Yeah.
But,
here comes
Goche
Tucker.
in at quarterback.
Maybe they're just going over a trick
But we do have a flag on the play.
Dakin and Goche, obviously, able second stringer.
Only a 5-yard penalty against Sabercats.
Going to serve as Matty's backup, but
first and 15
behind, obviously, in certain situations, able to be an option for the Sabercats, and he will contribute this year for sure at the quarterback position. So great to see Matty's boy doing well.
It'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Sabercats. So it'll be first down and 15 with 8 minutes to play and counting. Here's Tucker. Tucker takes it, hands it off to Thibodeau.
He goes right
and
up
Thibodeau up the gut, and he picks up.
Gets close to first down yardage.
I think he's going to be
just short
of the first down.
Great play calling. First and 15. You want 15 yards, you call on Caleb Thibodeau. Kind of disappointing. Only got 14 there. But
should be second down and 1 here.
Great run by Tibbs. Straight ahead, taking on a few.
Not enough for his first down, so it's going to be a second and short 1.
If I were a betting man, I'd call Tibbs up the middle here. Tibbs up the middle, and he walks, absolutely walks into the end zone. Number 65, for the Sault Sabercats, Marcus Palumbo just made an absolutely pancaking block. Marcus Palumbo absolutely laid out the D tackle and allowed Thibodeau to walk into the end zone untouched from 2 yards out. Wow, what a block there by Palumbo.
And again, Caleb Thibodeau gets all the love and adoration. He'll be signing the autographs after the game, but it was a guy like Palumbo doing his work, getting the job done, and allow him to walk in uncontested.
Let's see what this flag is here, because again, if you're the Sabercats or the Spartans, you have a couple players with OCs already, right? And you don't want to have a repeat of what happened with Ronan here.
Exactly. So it looks like they're going to count the touchdown, and Koski's in to kick the extra point. 7:14 to go. 28-8 is your score. Koski attempting the extra point. Take a look at this Koski kid, though. He'll just do this chip shot, but it'll clear the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
Which bodes well for your coach when you see a guy kicking field goals or equivalent to and putting it through. Let's see if Donnie Chow can catch a big one in the end zone. It's like the old flag football days.
Ty Koski's little brother, I coached Ty Koski in hockey, but his brother just decided to come out for Sault Minor football this year, and he got picked up on our team, so we threw him in at quarterback right off the bat. So he hasn't played football in a number of years, but he's playing quarterback for us. And the first game of the season, we had an excellent start. So, won 32-0. But, that Koski family, they're just athletic all the way around. And I can't wait to see, what his little brother does going forward, especially if he wants to stick with the quarterback position, because heck of a football player and again, just a heck of an athlete and a great family they both come from as well.
And you know what, just shout out to the SMFL as they develop this program for their program for a feeder system to the Sabercats and Steelers organization. So football is alive and well in Sault Ste. Marie.
Steelers action right at 7:30.
Don't forget, as we celebrate another touchdown by the Sault Ste. Marie Sabercats,
Spartans in town.
That we are supported by Mama Cass Cheesecakes.
The third game of our Sault Sudbury triple header.
Today's touchdowns brought to you by Mama Cass Cheesecakes. Find them on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Mama Cass Cheesecakes. Easy for you to say. So the wind is picking up here, so wind is blowing. Hopefully our tent will stay where it is.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll be kicking into the wind here, so hopefully we can get a big leg off and pin the Sudbury Spartans deep. $29-8 is your score with 7:14 to go. With your Sabercats leading the Sudbury Spartans. Koski looking to kick.
And Koski boots it deep again to the left side. And again, it stays just in bounds. Man, is he good at that. And Conlon is pushed out of bounds by number 35,
knocked out.
Juma.
Bounds.
There is a flag on the play.
A flag on the play and an injured player.
23, Caden McLeod also in with a help on the stop.
And that's a tough injury there, as I think he got blocked pretty good, and that's just an unfortunate.
With help.
David Kirk, 27 down for the Sabercats.
Okay, look good. Looks like it doesn't look like it's anything serious, so that's good.
Goes off under his own power, so that's a good sign for Kirk.
Getting a little bit help off.
Spartans will start off first down and 10.
First and 10 Spartans from their own 38. 7:11 remaining.
That's the thing, too. There's some of these guys that are coming in special teams late in the game, up 3 touchdowns. They get the first action of the game, and they're coming in cold.
That's right. It's tough, yeah.
Those are your guys that practice every day, come out to play, just waiting for a chance.
22-yard line.
Late in the game, it's hard to get thrown in cold. So Kirk is ready to go next series and gets another chance to show what he can do. So.
It'll be first down and 10 from the Spartans' 22-yard line, going left to right. Beggs still in at quarterback.
Beggs in at quarterback.
There's the snap, and Beggs keeps it to the left side. And Beggs gets wrapped up by number 41.
Looks like 41, Ethan Carchidi.
Ethan Carchidi, again, flags everywhere.
We do have a flag on the play.
Nice job by Carchidi stringing it out and not allowing him to turn the corner. Looks like he had an option for flip out, but like I said, good contain. Forced him up inside. Small gain on the play, maybe one. Flags everywhere. We'll see what comes. Again, remember to visit the Rocket Petro Field tonight at 7:30 as your hometown Steelers take on the Sudbury Spartans in the third of our triple header here today. Football day in Canada. The Sabercats hold on to win this one. The Steelers will be looking for the trifecta. Another great Sudbury team coming to town, and should be some great football if you have no plans on a Saturday night.
Yeah, nice start for the Sioux team here as they're going to be up 2-0 over the Sudbury Spartans here today. But again, I think it was last week when the Steelers played against Sudbury down in Sudbury, and it was an outstanding football game by all accounts. The Steelers snuck out a 14-7 victory, I believe it was last week. So
against the Spartans.
You know, having that same team come back up here will be an absolute thrill to watch these two teams battle again, and that's going to go inside the 1-yard line.
And that's a great thing about these rivalries that we establish in the north there, whether it's North Bay or Sudbury. Whenever they come to play and whenever we go to their house, there you can always expect a great battle. And coming off that tight victory last week, you can expect
all the way to inside their own 5-yard line.
And a great game.
So first and 31, we'll call it. Beggs hands it off. Good hard run there by number 20, Owen McDonald. Able to get out till about the 8-yard line.
Before the 10-yard line. Numerous Sabercats in on the tackle.
So we'll call this one second and 25, 26? Or sorry, 24 maybe?
Long way to go with the shadow of the uprights.
And a country mile.
Yeah, and some heavy lifting to get back.
Injury,
21 points. So big shout out to the boys in Petoskey, the 420 golf group, who is beating up trees and enjoying some beverages. So cheers, boys. Zimmy, keep them in line.
Where are they golfing?
Chestnut Valley yesterday, and I believe one of the Petoskey courses. I'm not sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We go there every Mother's Day weekend. How funny is that? A bunch of guys go golfing on Mother's Day weekend. So
we obviously not married guys.
Yeah. Few of us are. Few of them are.
Poor choices.
Yeah. And there's a circle, or wheel route, sorry. And it's intercepted. What a catch by number 25 of the Sault Sabercats, Landon Trecarton. And there's another flag.
With the pickoff and short return.
Parlow's down.
That's Parlow?
I believe so. Yeah. So another late hit after the play. Reception or interception.
We have a flag down, two actually.
So we'll see what the flag is. I think it'll go against Sudbury Spartans. And again, that might be the death punch if they can score on the next drive. So.
Yeah, we back to golfing in Petoskey. We usually do a couple Boyne courses, and Crooked Tree's another classic one that we just love to golf. So a little plug for some Petoskey golf if you haven't been around.
I think they're playing Bay Mills tomorrow on the way home.
Oh, yeah?
Provided they.
Yeah, well,
still in good shape.
Boyne's beautiful, so it's there's millions of courses up there. It's just.
Yeah, it's the Mecca.
So it'll be first down and 10 here for the Sault Sabercats with 5:46 to play in the fourth quarter. you know, these situations, it's tough to play these games, right? You just want both teams to kind of get out healthy here. No stupid stuff, and just keep playing hard, but be smart out there, right?
Yeah, late in the game, you don't want to jeopardize your chance to play next week's game. So, you know, any suspensions or anything ridiculous will take you out of the next one. So
the penalties against prevail. Sudbury, it'll back them up to their own 7-yard line.
Another mention I wanted to say.
1st and 10 Sabercats.
Lucas Cocciamelio from the Sabercats celebrated his 18th birthday yesterday, so I wanted to say happy birthday related to number 50, Lucas Cocciamelio. Congratulations, enjoy yourself tonight.
Yeah, Lucas is he's right up here in the booth. And what a hard run up the middle, my goodness.
Does not want to go down.
He is just eaten up, led by number 55, Evan Russell.
Good hard run by Thibodeau. Evan Russell, first man there. Good hard 1 yard. Sorry, 5 yards, so that'll set up first and second and goal.
I was just about to say, yeah.
Tucker again, so maybe they're just giving Maddie a break and taking in a few reps to
that's smart.
Help him ease in.
Maddie's had a good game today, so now Gauthier takes the snap. Gauthier runs to the right, and Gauthier scores for the touchdown. Nice job there by Gauthier. An outstanding job again by the offensive line, who just opens up holes all over the place. So with 4:51 to play, the Sault Sabercats extend the lead to 35, and with the extra point would make it 36-8.
I gotta ask, is that enough to put Dakin over the top for the player of the game?
Could be. Hey, yeah, there's been some athletes here, and we've seen some great some great games played by a number of players on both teams. I'd be interested to know if the Sudbury teams are staying in town to support the Spartans tonight down at Rocky DiPietro. But
yeah, being a short turnaround, a 3-hour trip.
Kick is up and good.
I'd like to go back today, but hopefully we'll have a big crowd, both Sudbury and Sault, supporting our Steelers-Spartans rivalry. So if you can make it, come on down to the Queen Elizabeth Field.
36-8 with under 5 minutes left to play.
So 4:51 to go, 36-8 your score. The Sabercats leading. And in command here, Sudbury trying to mount a late surge. We'll have to do it quick and often. So again, thanks to all our fans here. Much appreciated. Stick by these young athletes and support the programs that we run. All the moms, dads, grandpas, grandmas, bring the kids to the field every day and support what they're doing, cheering loud in the stands, painting your face, tailgating, having a great time.
Yeah,
I hope you enjoyed your show.
It's a great crowd here today, which is always nice to see and get the support out.
And hopefully that continues into the playoffs, so we got a home gate.
That's right. Football is alive and well in Sault Ste Marie. Sault Minor football this year. We have 300 kids.
Wow.
For the first time in about 6 or 7 years. We've had that number. So outstanding job by everyone involved in the league, and excited to see what the future brings, as there's a deep kick here by Koski. Smart kick, and it's taken, and he's going to go for the touchdown. Are you kidding me? Landon Tricarton. When's the last time you seen that?
Unfortunately, I think he just broke his ankle on the celebration. So
I think so too.
Hopefully he'll be all right.
Oh, that's embarrassing, Tricarton. Oh, he is hurt.
He's hurt.
I think he did. He did that little twist at the end, and
I think that was a Marshawn Lynch with it. You're supposed to go
down
and roll backwards, but
no way. Or who is that kicker? Martin Gramatica way back in the day. Grammatica hits the kick. gets up and celebrates and then tears his MCL or whatever it was.
Well, just ask Sliver McLeod. They don't get a lot of practice celebrating
Yeah.
TDs. But I think that was a field goal when you were speaking of
It was, yeah.
But let's hope Jakartan is okay after that interception for.
And that should actually go to straight time if I'm not mistaken now too, right? Because that's over 30. Isn't it 35? I think it's a 35-point difference. I don't know if that's still a rule or not. We can ask up in the booth here.
Koski's on to kick the extra point here.
It's 35 points straight time. Yeah, differential, yeah.
So we're there.
So, yeah, it's 35-point differential, and it would go to straight time. So,
which will be because they haven't added the score yet.
That's right.
So it'll be 43-8, makes 35. So after this, provided it's a good kick by Koski, we will go to straight time.
And the extra point is good.
He's 10 yards deep.
Yeah, Koski just drills it again. So
he's just having fun now.
Yeah, that's a 35-point lead now at this point with 4:42 to play here in the game. Again, we'd just like to take a minute to thank our sponsors. We'd like to thank Pocket's Confectionery. Visit Pocket Confectionery, located at 383 Cora Road in Sault Ste Marie. Pocket's Confectionery offers products for your everyday needs, including access to an ATM, propane exchange, ice, snacks, lottery, and much, much more. They are open 8 to 8 Monday to Friday and 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. We'd also like to thank, again, our touchdown sponsor, Mama Cass Cheesecakes. At Mama Cass Cheesecakes, we strive to bring you the very best cheesecakes using only the freshest ingredients. They specialize in New York-style baked cheesecakes, but they also do keto, gluten-friendly, and lactose-free, so you'll never have to miss out on a dessert. Dinners, parties, weddings, big or small, we'll cheesecake them all. Find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Mama Cass Cheesecakes. That's MAMACASS Cheesecakes on Facebook.
14 back for the return. He's going a long way home. Jordan Wilmot.
And Wilmot is swallowed up by Brandon Vecchio. What a play by Vecchio.
Goes around the corner. He's tackled by number 2, Brandon Vecchio.
And you see, this is exactly what we were talking about, right? This is not what anybody wants to see in this situation is, you know, players go down with a fluke injury at this point. And Wilmot, who's had a pretty solid game here, looks like he's going to be able to walk off under his own power, which is nice.
Yeah. And you fight through all those little aches and pains when you're down 35 and they're running the clock out. It starts to lose its luster, and those little aches and pains start.
Oh, absolutely.
Amping up, so
it's getting a little chilly out here too, so it's
gotta bring some earmuffs.
Yeah. It's nice that the rain held off, which was good.
Full marks to Sudbury, though. They've played a great game. Come in here and hostile environment and managed to put up a great fight.
That's a 3-minute warning.
Today, I think Sault Sabercats just had a better
1st and 10 Spartans.
Plan and executed their plan a little better. Sola going down early for the Spartans didn't help their cause at all, but number 15, Braden Beggs, came in and did a yeoman-like job to get them through this game. They're going to have a great season. Hopefully we'll see them again in the playoffs.
Yeah, no question. As Beggs will again take the ball out of the gun. 3 receivers to his right. He rolls to his right, and he just looks to run. And he's got all sorts of room. And Beggs, he takes a shot by number 54, Kian Derboka. And there's going to be a flag against Derboka. I didn't see it.
He just went up and told him he tackled him and bumped him in the shoulder. It wasn't anything aggressive, but this late in the game, the referees are going to try and keep it under wraps. So let's hope that's not Derboka's second, because that'll mean the gate for next game. But I think he should be good.
Yeah, you know what I love to see about Beggs is, you know, you're down here by 35 points, straight time. He could have easily just kind of jumped out of bounds, not taking the hit, but he lowered his shoulder, and Draboka delivered a hit, and both teams still playing hard, and that's what you like to see.
For
So
Spartans.
nothing but props and credit to Brendan Beggs for that play.
A lot of pride when you play football, or else you don't play football.
That's right.
So well done on both sides.
I don't think did they add the 15 yards?
Okay, they pick it up.
They picked it up.
Oh, they picked it up. Okay.
Misunderstanding.
Yeah. Beggs takes it again. He looks. He runs.
Keeps it again.
And
He
Beggs.
gets first down yardage, maybe about 14 yards.
That'll be a gain of
Tackle by
12,
23,
13 yards. But
McLeod.
my goodness, did you see his leg there? He's limping a little bit. He got tackled and his knee got caught behind him.
That's why when your coach tells you take a knee up, down 35,
Yeah.
hook slide or something. But we got 59 Sudbury down on the field. That'll probably run the clock out unless they stop for. Nope, looks like they're still running. So Brad McGee down, but looks to be all right. Trainer's out to take care of him. And looks like he's slowly getting up to his feet. So that looks like that'll do it for the ball game, folks. 27 to go, counting down. 43. Sudbury or Sault Sabercats, 8 for the Sudbury Spartans. Good, hard-fought game. Victory for Sault Ste Marie, who play next week in York, I believe.
Perfect. Well, that'll do it for the game here. The Sault Sabercats jumped out to a lead and were able to hold it, and they're going to take a 43-8 victory over the Sudbury Spartans. Two outstanding football games here today. We thank everyone so much for tuning in and listening to us.
That'll be the game,
We'll be
folks.
carrying all home games here